G'day guys, welcome back to Supercoach Talkback, live round 4. And I tell you what, we've got a fair crew with us this evening. So I'm going to go to the man, I don't know who's left and right. I'll go that way. Scobes, how are you, brother? You got a bit of a head wobble after this round, mates, or you a bit parish? How are you feeling, mate?
There's a lot of things that I wish I could say that is definitely not appropriate for this point of time. So we'll keep it G. But I'm great. Carlton are 0-4. My Supercoach team represents Carlton's efforts, and anyone that is half intelligent can understand where I'm coming from.
All right, so not going swimmingly, but that's all right,
No.
mate. You've got plenty of time to come back. All right, the man on this side. Have you got a bit of a head wobble going into this week? Just wondering, JG, what's your rank?
My rank currently, I'll say it once, just because I don't want to gloat, but I'm ranked 398.
What was it, mate?
Say that again.
I'm not saying it again.
What's the old Luke Darcy? Mate, congratulations. We'll talk about your week very, very soon. The man below you, Supercoach bro, Brad. What is cracking, my friend?
Yeah, what a bit of nothing with my side at the moment. Like, we had a hot start and now we're dropped out to 7.8k, but side on paper looks good, sort of like Carlton, but just can't produce anything. So, yeah, that's my side for the week at the moment. How you guys going?
Yeah, good. Well, Carlton's getting a few drive-bys early. You can tell there's no Carlton supporters here. The man that I need to introduce next is a great Cats man. Rookie coach, how are you, mate? You got a head wobble like JG? You in the top 400?
It's probably not as wobbly, but was able to still hold on to a top 1%, sitting around the 1,200 mark. So sat just above par, I think. So did well enough to stay just outside the top 1,000. So, and the Cats got a win, so it's good.
Look, exactly right. And the lines are going all right, so I can't complain too much with the Supercoach. So, boys, let's get into this. We've got Driz Gaming, 1842. Worst choice me was trading Shees and JHF. Ouch. This hurts, doesn't it, boys? Look, I've got to put my hand up for one. JHF. It was... Yeah, that was tough. He just decides to come out and dominate. Boys, hands up. Any other JHF traders here? There's one.
No
just
comment.
One. No comment. I'll take that as a yes. There's two. Any Sheasel traders here? Any Sheasel traders?
No.
I was 5 minutes away from doing it.
Oh, geez, I wish you had traded him.
But it was to Whitfield, so I would have actually gained points. So
Go you, mate. Go you.
Yeah, it would have been a weird feeling, wouldn't it? It's like you win, but you sort of lose in a way. It's strange one. Rod Todd, LFG, good on you, mate. Great to have you here. Christopher, 1942 for me. Zorko was captain over Neil, did the same thing. Loop Trainers, 82 via Zach Reed. Put Rolly Bice on the bench. Should have held JHF. Everyone had Bice on the field and everyone got Bice at the moment?
No.
Oh,
no. It's been... I was like, I had O'Sullivan. I was like, oh, do I need him? Like, do I really, really need him? And then I traded Campo, and he was obviously locked Thursday night. And then no matter what I did, I couldn't switch it around. So looks like I'm paying 200.
Oh, and you reckon? I reckon we'll get a few comments about this. Let's just jump on it nice and early. You reckon he's worth paying up 200 for? You happy to do that? Is he a must-have at 200k?
Absolutely, like 100%. Like, I did a few price projections, and even if he just went at a flat 100, like, there's still so much scope for increase. But even like, did he go? Was it 126? Is that what he went?
124.
3?
124. Yeah. So anything above literally like 115. You're still gonna make 150k on him, like in a trade. He's literally got a negative 98 break even.
Yeah,
well,
he's definitely.
We take that every day of the week, don't we? It hurts. It hurts. But at the end of the day, if you think about it, we started Foz. He was over 200k, wasn't he? So I suppose if you look at it that way, it's not too bad. It is frustrating if you did miss him though. Mark the Birdcage, 2034 boys. Bice is a lock. Throw away the keys. Absolutely Spillsy's boy. Traded JHF, but not all doom and gloom. So there's a few JHF traders around here, boys. Anyone here from Brad's? Brad's. Oh, you got some mates. Oh, you did the pre-stream, Brad.
Yeah, I did a pre-stream. Yeah, sort of like pre-drinking with your friends. Sort of did that one of those. So
very nice, mate. Very nice. Just warming everyone up, mate. Warming everyone up. Very good, mate. Mike says, "G'day, Skits. Good on you, mate." Brad just spat the dummy on his channel. Brad, what's going on with this dummy spitting here? G'day, Mike.
Oh, it's not rookie coach, but all the other rangers in my side, such as like Clary and Richards and all these kind of players. Just like I just lost it on my stream. I just had to let it out. I scored like 1836 or some shit, 1839 maybe. I don't know what it was, but it's pretty bad. So just one of those weeks where you're kind of like, what have I done here?
Well, you've just done a hippo, according to Michael here, mate. I don't know how you blokes do this given the time over there, but it's greatly appreciated. No, thank you very much, mate. Appreciate your support. Scobes has no live, so he's been keen. Someone in his just rolled that comment in there, so
yeah,
I'm guessing
fair.
there might be someone guilty up the top.
Completely fair. Completely fair.
Puffer, just a short swim over. Does anyone know what that's related to?
From the stream.
Oh, from the stream. All right, very good, very good. 2047 for Yep last week to a disgusting 18-17 this week. Cripps useless, Rao useless, Rozee useless. Wants to sack them all at the moment. Boys, anyone a Rozee owner here at the moment?
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to be.
Are you concerned, mate? Because I was chatting to Spillsy today, and it's either Callaghan or Rozee out for him. Are you keeping the faith with Rozee, or are you sick and tired? Have you learnt your lesson with what's happened with JHF?
I'm keeping both because like Rozee got tagged, so it's whatever from St Kilda in terms of the tag, and then Callaghan looked better than a 72. Just sort of was underscaled when it comes to scoring by the eye test. Like he gave a few free kicks away at the start, and he scored his wouldn't piff her up after that. So I'm keeping both because, like we just saw, Horn Francis, Sheasel, and Gorn all turn around. So I think we back these guys that we've studied on. No, I'm fine.
Backing your primos. Like it, mate. Like it. Puffer, I summoned WA to get a better time zone. Very nice, mate. What percent do you think 1945 is? I think you'll actually get to see that on your home screen, bud. Lockout's over. Yep. Stewie, trade's done. Emergency's set and captain locked. When is the next game? So Stew's already right into it, boys. Damn, your quick little puffer. Global says, "G'day, legends." G'day, Global.
Oh, Global is a superstar.
He is, isn't he? This man here. He's on all the streams. Great support. Yep. Great man here. So on your Global, much love to you, brother. Black's gone from rank 100K to 12K in the 3 buy rounds. Let's go. Nice, buddy. Global had Jackson going super large. Yeah, so what's this, boy? Is this a hammy or something? Or
hammy, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So we don't know the severity, obviously, but are we ruling him out for next week already? Is that an obvious thing to say?
Well, Noddy's going to have scans on his ankle. That was said in the presser. So I dare say if he's having scans on an ankle, then Jackson's 100% having scans on a hammy.
Yeah, geez. Not great for those that own, but geez, he's had a nice few weeks, hasn't he? 1972 for Michael, top 4%. Well done, mate. K-Mac is the GOAT. Well, he is for letting Lockie off the chain, mate, and give me a nice 130. So absolutely stoked with that. Jonas, Stewardess, Petrappa. Briggs all targets me next week. Anyone going early? JG, Petrappa. You got any interest at all, even with the DPP? Or are you just, do you need to see something from the man first? Yeah, because I think he's pretty much checked out at this stage.
Yeah, well, 4 games, no tons yet. I think he's averaging like 87, if that. Like he's going to get 4 DPP. I think that's pretty much confirmed now. But until he starts to get more of a mid-roll or even shows us at least a 100 score, I'm not going anywhere near it. I think I'm more interested in Chad Warner. He's going to get to a pretty good price after he got subbed out the other night. And he's proven this year already that he can still score in his forward role. I think he's had 115 and 122 this season. But Petrarca, like he's as you said, looks disinterested, doesn't have the role, and he's not scoring. So I'm not interested at all.
Yeah, no go. Rook, what do you reckon about Briggsy? You interested in Briggsy? If you're looking for a ruck, if you're in the market?
Oh, I know Supercoach God's definitely in the market for a ruck to get Flynn 2 out of his R2 position. So I think Briggsy, for those that are still held on for like a Flynn, definitely a great option. I think it's going to be a watch during the week to see if Pitnet's named, because he was 1 week on the last report updated last week. Carlton are in shambles. They might choose to throw anything at the wall to see what sticks. And let's be honest, TDK does look pretty gassed at moments, during the games. Like, he doesn't necessarily have the full tank. So we could potentially see a return of Pitnet. They might throw him through the VFL, but we'll see what happens there. But Briggs, potentially an option for sure. I'm not entirely sure on his run coming, into the next few games. But I know personally if TDK doesn't work out, I'm probably looking at a Meek over a Briggs.
Ooh, Meeky boy. Scobes, Stuart S. You interested, mate, with a bargain buy after next week once that break even goes down again?
Yes, but like this man gives me PTSD because last year I had the choice of Stuart or Luke Ryan, and I chose Stuart. And Luke Ryan averaged like 1,090 for the next 5 months, and it was so bad. But like Tommy Stew's going to be under 450k. Like, is that not just that? That's the definition of bargain. And I think now going forward, you can fairly confidently say that Max Holmes is always going to cop a tag. Like, they're not going to put time into Stew. And looking at the stats as well, he's a huge chance to get DPP. So that adds a little, extra mayo on top of the pick as well.
I like it, mate. I think he's going to be good to pass up. The only thing I was looking at with my side is we've already got 4 blokes here, and it doesn't include Whitfield or Sinclair. So I was thinking, geez, I really need to leave 2 spots there. But then I think the flex, maybe you can always add an extra one there. So I think it'll be probably too hard to pass up at this stage, mate. Right, on to Sol. Can we hold the Supercoach talk for a few minutes, go over the umpiring in that Crows versus Suns game? Still can't believe what I witnessed. Now, I didn't actually watch any of it, but I heard that Rankin got ripped off, and I'm a Rankin owner, so I feel a little bit ripped off there. Does anyone want to give some quick thoughts on that? Because I've got no idea.
Just take the mark, simple.
Yeah, it should have been a mark, and then should have been a goal from him. You would have thought if he had have sealed that too, it would have been like a 110 incoming just because it was so clutch in the piece. I think the AFL admitted that it was wrong in the end, didn't they? Anyone can
They did, yeah.
Those have been ripped off a couple of times.
Yep. No, they have, haven't they?
Yeah,
not happy, but not happy about Rankin either. Andrew, all right, mate, 2068, first win the Regulars League. Nice work, brother. Also rank 4151 from 59. Awesome. Went against the potty advice and boosted Sheasel out for Whitfield and whacked the C on him. Well, it's worked out all right anyway, mate, for now. But
not the worst case.
Yeah, the Shees certainly did bounce back, though, didn't he? Janath, Hippo, edging Damo. Any Blues coming on? No, I don't think on this podcast tonight, mate, with the slander that's been going on about the Blues so far. Rookies to get this week. Well, Scobes is all over Bice at 200K. Mm-hmm. Anyone else, boys, that we're keen on? You've got the fella from Fremantle, don't you?
Dudley.
The young forward, Dudley. You've got Travalia. What do we think about him? He's an inflated price, but looking all right, is he? DPP? Anyone advising or think is a half decent trading?
Who are you going to move on from? Because if you've backlined rookies, a Bice, Trainer, Connor O'Sullivan, maybe a Reed, where's he fitting in?
You get him in the midfield for like a Nevitt or
that's true.
Driscoll if he's injured or something like that. But I think the one that's popped up is Clay Hall. Like he's gone 88 and 68, 129K with a break even of -78. So he's on the bubble and he's probably the best option if he holds his spot. But we saw against Brisbane, he had that 88 score and was actually pretty good in what ended up being a close game. And then he got dropped. So there's a risk there as well.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so hard, isn't it? When he gets dropped the week after putting in a good performance, it doesn't fill you with great confidence moving forward, does it? James P got over the line in the Squadfather cash lead by only 7 points. Well done, mate. Cheese, Ro. Yeah, Cheese. He's normally here by now. The great man.
Probably
So
changing
hopefully
clothes.
we'll see him soon. Heard Brothers trading in Camden Macintosh this week. Is that right?
No, I'm not. I hate Macintosh. They're taking the mickey out of me. I can't stand that headband, man. Like, it's just
I'm with
useless.
ya.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Yeah,
He's not good.
absolutely. There's a great man there. He doesn't like skits. Probably the only man that Cheese doesn't like, I think. How about peeps that traded out Cheese, Horn Francis, and didn't get Bice? Yeah, that would be a bit of a killer, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Rough
Yeah.
week.
Absolutely. I don't really like cheat. Yeah.
That hurts, doesn't it? 1905 for Stephen. Hey, Steve, poor round. Had to trade JHF to get Bailey Smith. Of course, he went big. I think a few people did that, actually, mate. There's a great man, Cheese. Juicy Gerbil. 2019, after trading Campo, Nevedent, and Patton out for Humphrey, Bice, and Moraes. Content with that, but left a few points on the board by captaining McRae over Sarong. One of the old boys from the Supercoach hub. He seems like a bit of a cheeky rascal.
He is, and be careful. Read his comments before putting on screen.
Oh, good advice, because I can go a little bit quickly. Just like, who is it? Is it Jonas and Roddy? Get right into it about the old helmet heads, and there's some wacky stuff goes on. Got rid of Shees, Horn Francis, and Rozee, and still went up. Nice, Mick. You must have had some good players there, mate. 1945 for Andrew. Only dropped 320. Nice, mate. Oh, here's Jules. He's a legend, this man here. 1835, sad Captain Callaghan. Oh, he does love a good pod, does Jules, the Crazy Frogs. But, yeah, didn't work out, unfortunately, this, mate. Scobes, how good is Bice? Oh, I think this is a bit of a troll, bit of a drive-by, isn't it, mate? Just for you here.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. Absolutely. No, I shall attend to that in the early hours of tomorrow morning. Don't you worry.
Very good, my friend. Harry, could we be trading Callaghan or Rozee? I'll sort of put this forth 20 owners. Well, I'm a Callaghan owner, not a Rozee owner. Look, I'm tempted, but I really just want to sit on my trades for a while. But I'm worried that he may potentially get tagged again this week. So I am tempted in a way, but I'm holding fat on Finn Callaghan. Any of you boys, Callaghan or Rozee owners, and planning on trading this week?
I own both, but I'm holding both.
Hold
for Brad?
Yep.
I don't own either of them, but statistically speaking, if you're like, now is the time to jump off. Like now, you've got to go, or else they're both going to be under five. Rosee's going to be under 500k in the coming weeks. So you've got to put money on top of that, or just ride it. Simple as that.
All right, so you're out, mate. You're out if you got him.
Yep, absolutely.
What are we doing with Nod? Well, we don't know what's actually going on with him at this stage, do we? There's been no reports or confirmation about anything, has there, in regards to the injury?
Nothing official.
Yeah, Longmire said in the press conference they confirmed it's an ankle injury, but they don't know the severity, and he's getting scans in the week. So if he is out, I was actually mentioning before that I might just straight swap to Marriage. He's one I missed, and I think there's only going to be 10k difference between the two. Marriage still has a really good break even, but then again, you could maybe go down and bank some cash.
You could also, I know it's a little bit wild, but there's a bloke that wears number 5 for a terrible team that gets low time on ground that should be okay in the coming weeks.
Good matchup this week.
Yeah. Sardis, I can't believe I traded him. That's one thing that I wish I could get back. But as I said, it was able to get me short up to Sinclair, and I have not looked back on that move. Unlike you, Scopes, holding short and trading JHF.
Yeah, that was rough. But think about who Caldwell's out, is he not?
Yeah, he is.
Parrish is always injured.
He's playing VFL as well.
That is true. That is true.
Sardis is coming back. He has to get decent time on ground. And when he's on the ground, he scores well. And we're talking about there's not really many rookies. I'd almost take the gamble on Sardis at 190k with a negative 13 break even over a Clay Hall, who literally basically scored 88, looked fantastic against Brisbane, and then was banished.
Well, Harry's asking what happened with Nod, so just discuss that for you, mate. Thinking him and the fridge to Whitfield and Hall, ranked 340. Oh, JG, he's someone that's ranked higher than you, mate. You finally found someone, brother. Well, JG, I'm because you're just on top of everyone here, mate, just looking down at the rest of us plebs. Why don't you take over for this one, mate? So the fridge to Whitfield and Hall. Oh, sorry. So Nod and the fridge to Whitfield and Hall. Are you comfortable with that at rank 340?
Depending on how long Nod's injury is. If it's 3+ weeks, then yes. But if it's not, I'd still be holding O'Driscoll. Obviously, he's been such a good, reliable on-field scorer so far for us, except for today, but got injured, didn't play the last quarter. But I think getting Whitfield in is going to be like such a priority for all of our teams that don't have him. I want him so badly. He's got St Kilda this week. He's going to go big again.
Oh, no.
He's the scariest non-owned in the competition at the moment. I cannot wait to get him in whenever I can.
Yeah, it's not a fun anti-pod, is it? The old Lockie Whitfield. All right, Carl Meany. G'day, Carl. Hey, fellas. Hope the session will be dedicated to naming and shaming that plastic primo Finn Callaghan. He's given Finn a drive by ear, boys. Can't kick. Sprints forward to the contest. 5 kilograms overweight. He's fat shaming here from drinking his own bathwater. Carl has just gone whack.
Hey.
Absolutely whack. Has Carl gone?
Jesus. Yeah, right. I want to hope Carl's an elite athlete then. God.
Oh, Carl, I feel your pain, brother. I really feel your pain. Yeah, Spillsy does as well. Spillsy was giving me a few drive-bys while he was here today. So, yeah, bad luck, mate. Oh, Mick just says, I forget who the comment was before. Slap to JG here. I'm ranked 243, says Mick. Saligo's been my super pod. Wow, Jake Saligo. Yeah. I didn't see it coming. Like, I discussed so many mid-price midfielders in the preseason, and Saligo just wasn't one of them. So I'll put my hand up and just admit I just did not see it coming. It was so hard to read that Crows midfield. Remember, it was Peatling who were all over, and all of a sudden, James Peatling, isn't he scoring bloody well? I'd love him back at 300k in the side again, but still a little bit dicey, you reckon, boys, with Peatling? No one's going there, are they? You don't think it's worth it?
Well, he's getting forward status, so
yeah, he's got that
he could be very tempting there. Yeah.
But then again, Matty Crouch was managed, so you can't read into it.
Yeah.
Laird gets subbed off as well, like obviously playing different positions, but he's still going to eat into the Supercoach pie. So it's hard read.
Footy degenerate. Love your work, boys. Cheers, mate. All a bunch of legends. Appreciate you, man. Snag 2000 this week, top 3% overall. Can't wait to get stuck into the real stuff now. So, yeah, and what Footy's means by that is obviously no more buys. We are best 22. And I think that it's going to be interesting with just say Noddy out this week. For the teams that still have, your Nevitt, your Lindsay, if he doesn't go out, your Campo, if he doesn't get up, if you're still running with a Hasty there's a few dead benches going around. So you add a Noddy to that. It's a fair bit of carnage. Driz, who to trade in out next week? Might be too early to tell. Well, Scobes has already given the hot tip that he's going Riley Bice. I'm going to honestly do my best not to trade at all. And it's like Scobes is right with Finn Callaghan. That's a big decision. Like, I've got 180k in the bank. So, I could do something, but I just want to hold because I've used 3 boosts, which is embarrassing. And, yeah, just shocking at this stage of the season. So I really want to sit on my hands. Brad, you thought of anything so far, mate? You got any early plans trade-wise?
If I did get worried out of it, I've got 180k as well to trade out Rozee and Finn, but I'm not sure I want to do that. And there's no rookies I'm really keen on that I haven't got other than maybe Hall. But as you said, like his job security is pretty shaky. And then Travalia is probably really the only other rookie I'd look at this week. But exactly like you guys made the point of who to, really, unless you got a dead bench, it's almost pointless. So I could use 2 trades to fix them up, but at the same time, I'll just have a look through the week and what I think do I anti-pod these guys because they're highly owned anyway. I think like 25% and 30-something%, both these players. So you could anti-pot them and get better players for them, but I'll just have to weigh up my options later on in the week.
Nice, mate. Rook,
you make a good point about the rookies, like especially like Clay Hall's obviously so much cheaper than Travalia. But if these guys are on your bench, you're better off going the cheaper guy. Because I know Travalia scored 83 last week, and then he pumps out a 52. Like literally, his cash gen is basically stalled right now because of his elevated price. So if you think that Clay Hall's job security, even if it's shaky, if you reckon you can get a month straight out of him, that's so much better him scoring, say, 55 than Travalia scoring 80s and both of them being on your bench.
Good advice. Rook, how about your trades, mate?
Not entirely sure. I will definitely be trading out Frazier. He's done his number. So I'll probably move him. So I had Bice sitting in flex. So I'll move him out, move Bice into defense. And then depending on the nod news, I'll basically use that cash to go probably to a full and primo or a primo that's cheap. I might be eyeing off Dawson, might be eyeing off Sarong. If I boost, which will be my third, I can see a way of moving Sinclair to the midfield to bring in Whitfield.
Oh, juicy, bringing in Whitfield. Scobes, who's Bicey's partner this week? You just going the single one at this stage, mate, or you got some other brainstorms going on in that wonderful mind of yours?
It's an awkward price because short to Bice, then I've got 392k in the bank, and someone like a Henderson, which Joshy said earlier, he reckons he's going to get dropped, and regardless if he gets dropped or not, but he scored 47. He needs a miracle to kickstart that cash gen again, and that only gets me to 560. And I've got Sinclair, Zorko, Sheasel. I'm not that keen on Rankin. I'm definitely not bringing Horn Francis back in. Like, not a chance. And like when you're looking at midfield premiums, that in the 560 range, you can't get much. Like it's almost you make another trade, and I guess as Pro said before, maybe a Clay Hall just so you can get an extra 100k. And then instead of getting in a premium that you don't really want, that instantly turns into like a Sarong or a Merit. So that's it's where I'm at the moment.
Very fair, mate. JG, you've got the top 400 rank, mate. We should just follow you. So what are your plans, brother?
I think it's just going to depend on if O'Driscoll's injury is bad, because otherwise I might try to hold. Although if Henderson gets dropped and Clay Hall keeps his spot, that's a move I'll definitely make. And then, if O'Driscoll is injured, then I think I could definitely go to a marriage or go down and bank the cash. But, still a bit to play out on the injury front, I reckon. So holding fire for now.
Yeah, very, very tough at this stage, isn't it? Right. Puffer, lads, somebody stop me. The VC has been chucked on Bice. Well, Bice is life. So who knows, mate? The man is on fire.
He's playing us. Like, I go for Collingwood, if anyone doesn't know that. And literally, I reckon you could put the VC on any Sydney player and you would have a decision to make. We are going to get absolutely slaughtered by them.
So not going in with great confidence, to say the least.
Absolutely not. No. Especially at Adelaide Oval. No way. No.
Theo, Bice Laylaw marriage for Roberts, Bo, Allen, and Patton. Thoughts, lads? Losing faith with Roberts pretty early. I reckon that the fact that he got that score and it was a pretty dodgy game from him, I'm almost looking at that as a positive, this score. The fact that if that's around his floor, I think that's okay with me. But what do you boys think? Do you think it's viable trading out Roberts, or have you got a little bit more faith than Theo?
I reckon Roberts will be all right. Against like Collingwood this week, I think he should score well. I mean, this is a guy that started the season 124, 95, and 115. And if his floor is 77, then I'm pretty happy with that. He's averaging 102. His break even is still pretty achievable at 93. I think he's one of these guys that you should be able to hold until one of your last upgrades. Because, up until last week, last game, we were looking at him as a potential keeper even with his scoring that he was producing. And I also think it's probably too late to go Lawler at 248k. I think that 112 was just a flash in the pan score. I don't think you can be expecting anywhere near that every other week. Just got to look at his earlier season scores just before that. So, I think it's too late to go to Lawler, and I wouldn't be getting Roberts out.
Agreed, mate. Colin Nod had an ankle issue. Yep, thanks, mate. Yeah, hope you're going well. You too, brother. Thank you, mate. Carl, do you still think the juice is worth the squeeze on Ryan Marriage this week? Well, that's what you were talking about, JG, before, wasn't it, mate? I feel like there's probably just enough still there. Well, it's this week or never. Do you think it's still okay? Have you done any sort of maths or number crunching about it, mate? Or what do we think?
Might have to throw to Scobes. I think he did a projection on him, but I can see his break even still minus 19. I know I just said it's too late to go on a Lawler, but this is a completely different role. Like he took pretty much every kick in today. Got a lot of kick and receives when he didn't take the kick in, and actually looked really good. I think that's 3 weeks in a row now. He's gone over 23 touches around there. So I think at 320k with that role, it's not too late. But I don't know what his actual weekly projection is, Scobes. Did you do that today?
That was done. Give me 2 seconds. This is, I mean, it all depends what you think he's going to go at, because, oh God, there's a lot of dribble on my timeline.
Like 85 is pretty safe-ish, you'd think, wouldn't you?
You'd think so.
Like it's a safe sort of
like
number.
if you think that he's going to score 90, so to speak, by round 6, he's going to be 391k. Like that's, for me, that is if you don't own Marriage, that is a better investment than, say, a Darcy Jones.
Yeah, I wouldn't go near Darcy Jones.
Like I know he played amazing today, but I just and to be fair, like Marriage did nothing in that last quarter. Like he at 3/4 time, he was like on 78 and he finished on 88. He did literally nothing. And when he got a kick out, and fairly sure he literally got the handball going past it when like the game was dead. So there was no actual, I guess, vindication for what he was doing. It was just scaled down because, Hogan's almost kicked 10. So there's barely any points to go to West Coast.
Yeah, very fair, mate. Very fair.
Yeah.
Malachi Monkey, did you see Matt Flynn's waffle stats? See a chance next week? He did really. Was it 3 goals, or am I making that up? Or he played really well, didn't he? Someone did send through his stats to me.
He had like 57 hitouts, 20-odd posies, and kicked 2 sausages. So it was all right. But you got to think, like, we've all seen Matty Flynn play. Some of us have been, extra bold and put him at R2, which was an absolute disaster.
Yeah.
But
they're going to get saved.
Bailey Williams ahead of him.
They're going to get saved this week, aren't they? I swear, like the buys end and Flynn's going to come back, isn't he, for the R2 owners? It's going to sicken me. I'll tell you.
If you've had the patience to keep him at R2 this entire time, you deserve 1 game out of him. Like, you do.
Oh, I reckon it's almost stingy. Like, just get him through the boys and fix him. Should be getting punished, mate. We'll see what happens with him. See if he gets in. Matt Flynn's about as much chance of Brad going to Camden McIntosh's house. Puffer and Camden McIntosh. Bit of almost fetish levels here, isn't it? Hey, is it too late to get Sinclair? Thinking Cripps to Sinclair. Interesting move. Well, taking Cripps out of it, it's not too late to get Sinclair, is it? We're obviously paying a price, but is it ever too late to get Jack Sinclair? I don't know.
Remember when we paid up 600 something K for Rao though, and then what happened? Like, it's happened to every single primo. The minute you pay 620 for a player, they'll have a purple patch. You sort of get the back end of their purple patch, and then they go down to 560, and you just wasted so much coin early on. I'd rather not. I think you can get players around the same average for about 60K less if you looked at it.
Yeah, but
Tommy
how much
Cripps,
does the mental stress of not seeing P. Cripps in your side like elevate your happiness?
Any Carlton player, I know.
Exactly.
That's
Like
right.
even though Chera has been fantastic this year, DeConning has been fantastic this year. Like you look at it and you feel that little bit of shame and disgust in yourself.
Well, I know Carlton are going really poorly, but they play West Coast and North next too, so I'd probably hold Cripps for that.
I mean, that's another
pretty-
2 losses,
pretty
man.
nice.
Like,
He's looking him in.
Imagine.
Joshy, top 400. What does it feel like? Yeah, a bit of a head wobble, I think.
It's only round 4, so I'm not going to love it up too much.
Warner. Okay, so 100% getting DPP, says Puffer. Is it worth getting him now, or do you think we can wait? I personally think we can wait. I don't think there's any rush to get him in. I think it's nice knowing that he's there, but I think there's many other options that you'd look at first. Is anyone rushing to bring in Chadley?
No.
No. His break-even's 138. You can definitely wait, I reckon.
Oh, absolutely then.
There's no players that currently don't have DPP that will get DPP that you need to get right now. None of them.
Yeah.
Just called it. Just blanket, umbrella. Love it, Scobes. Happy face. Interesting round 1. I scored 1991, top 12%, but went up to that. By the bye rounds, I started 83K in the ranks. So I finished 11K. Very nice, mate. Good stuff. Ross the boss. Bought in Baz Sinclair and Bice last week. Yeah, that's pretty nice, isn't it? So I didn't bring in Moraes. Is it worth bringing him in and Clay Hall in? I've got Nevitt, Campo and Lindsay as well as Stone and Hewitt. So I don't trust the cash gen. So the question is, Clay Hall, well, we sort of said it's okay. It's a little bit of a risk given his job security and the fact he played pretty well, went out and then's come back in. Moraes, too late on Moraes, you think, boys, with that 40 odd in the system? We're not going there surely now, are we? Or
No, not worth it.
no?
If you're going there, you are banking on him scoring above 80 this week.
Oh,
because that 94 is out and you're looking at a 43 in that price cycle. If he scores another 40, you're cooked.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
hey,
don't read that.
Oh, all right. I'll quickly. All right.
My
I haven't
goodness.
been looking. Sorry, I'm trying to get through a little bit quicker than what I normally do.
Yeah, she was a bit rough.
Thoughts on Finn today? Day's run looks insane. Are there any Day owners here?
No.
Silence. No.
Yep.
Finn today, is this just asking for trouble? Asking for sideways trouble here? Yeah, that's the feeling I've got. Is anyone disagree with me? Is anyone going nut? See you later, Finn. In comes Day.
No.
Silence
No,
again.
I couldn't do it.
I think there's your answer there, Maxi. All the best. Oh, it's durable. No, I think it's all right. Wondering if Nod to Travi's worth it. Could easily let me go Roberts to Sinclair, but I'm wondering if it's too early to give Roberts the boot. Look, it's a nice... I suppose we've talked about a couple of things. Ideally, we'd like to give Roberts a little bit more time. It was a decent floor game, and Sinclair, you are paying top price. Nod to Travi. I don't know. Does anyone think that this is worth it? We don't know what's going on. All right, so let's just pretend that Nod is going to be out for 3+ weeks. In this scenario, do you think it's worth it, anyone?
No.
No, I think Roberts will be all right, as we said before.
Yeah, it'll come good.
Keep the faith with Maddie. All right, NV. Boys, I've got to know, Dunkley or Dawson or just a good solid mid? I think they're both good solid mids. I don't know what you mean by or just a good solid mid. Dunkley or Dawson, boys?
Dunkley.
Dunkley. Dunkley only because he never cops the tag, but Dawson usually cops the tag if his side's getting tagged. I think Neil just shields someone like a Dunkley and an Ashcroft.
He just seems so safe, Dunkley, doesn't he? Just ultra safe.
Well, I started him.
Oh, yeah, rub it in, mate. I'm the Brisbane
Very
man.
nice. What percentage ownership was he at? Like round 1?
Like 1.8.
Yeah.
Nice, mate. Nice.
Very nice.
DMAC, currently rank 156. The ranks keep on getting high here. We're playing that leapfrog. I've never even been anywhere this high and no idea what to do with myself, lads.
Whatever you've been doing, keep doing it.
Yeah, don't listen to anything we say.
Yeah. None of us are going to help you.
Close the little X in the top right window, mate. Hit it.
Yeah, my mind went to dirty areas there. What you just
Oh, yeah. I know what it is.
Still a bit early for that, D. I'll give it another hour.
Yeah, it's
at least
only
a bit of tension. JG's Mo is classy. There you go, JG.
Oh.
No,
I've seen some great mows in here. Mine's no good. Too seedy.
Too
Do you have a white van?
Harsh critic.
What was that?
Do you have a white van by any chance?
Oh, Chester up here. Clay Hall. Yeah, look, I think potentially Clay Hall, mate, depending on the team sheets. Is Callaghan officially a trap? We love me own work here. Sorry, boys. Are we saying Callaghan's a trap? Officially or?
Nah, he's not a trap. He just played poorly in the first half.
Pull it together.
Nah, he'll come good, I think. I hope.
I hope DR comes good, or else we're going to be in for a long night.
Mate, someone needs to take over, I think, yeah. Do we think Trav's a must-have this week? Still not 100% convinced.
No,
I wouldn't say
not.
must-have. No? All right.
No.
Oh, jeepers. Jace, bringing Merritt in for Callaghan. Really liking his fixtures coming up. That's a pod. Scobes, you're saying yes? Tell us more, brother. Tell us more.
Well, does Sparrow, literally, I know Sparrow's a new up-and-coming tagger, so to speak, right now. Does he go to Merritt this coming week? And if he does Merritt just take him forward and Merritt still has 30+ anyway?
So you're thinking he's adding that sort of string to his bow to get out of that midfield, mate, to sort of break that tag a little bit if he does. And
there was all this talk about how Merritt needs to spend more time out of the midfield and his CBAs are lowered and all that. But he's a superstar, an absolute superstar. And like, if you look at who else is a decent midfielder in the Essendon midfield?
JG?
Elijah Sardis.
Sardis, number 5.
Oh, yeah. Hot tip. Sardis is going 140 for the rest of the season. But who are you going to tag? Like in that midfield? It's literally Merritt. If he gets through, like if you gamble this week, or you can hold off, so to speak, guaranteed 140 against the Pies Anzac Day. Like it's lock it in.
There we go. All right, Supercoach, good. Hey, dude. Yo, dear. I'm chilling in the stream. Oh, sorry. Oh, there he is. How are you, mate? Sorry, how long you been lurking in the shadows for?
Mate, I've been here for like 20 minutes.
Sorry, mate. I couldn't see on my screen, mate. I can only see the other boys. I've only got limited coverage here at the moment. How are you, mate? You had a decent. Actually, you prick it. What was it, by 4 points in the cashy?
Yeah, no, I think it was 3. So.
Just you bastard, just to rub it in even more. 3 points in the 100 cashy.
Yeah,
congratulations.
It was a good feeling.
That's the least you could do after the you booked that Uber for me, mate, the other night when I was in not the best way. So I do appreciate that, mate, and well deserved, I think. So, how you been anyway, mate? The trades this week, have you locked them in already, or still having a bit of a think?
Not locked them in. Definitely haven't locked them in. I mean, the first trades I make are always very reactionary. So, but Rozee has to go for me. He has to go. There's no way I'm holding him anymore. Butter's back, clearly not helping him. He actually, and even when the game was on the line, he just didn't look like. I don't know. He doesn't look like a captain to me. So,
give him a whack, big whack.
Yeah, no. Butters should be captain of that footy club, I think.
I do love Butters. I absolutely love Butters.
All right. Yeah, I think I might get Dunkley, to be honest, even though he's got a 140 break even.
Do it.
We was just saying before, he's so safe, isn't he? He's just such a safe pick, Dunks. DR just did my trades and put Whitfield and Dawson in for Cripps and the fridge. Cripps has been the worst decision I've ever made in my life. Yeah, Carlton's getting a whack, mate. He hasn't been the best. And the issue is this week, do you get rid of him? Do you get rid of Cripps this week with their draw? It's surely not the week to get rid of him ideally, is it?
West Coast and North next year, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah. I don't see it panning out well. It's going to be a repeat of trading out of Horn Francis this week, where it's just going to come back and you're going to be watching from behind the couch. He'll drop a 135 and then you'll be kicking yourself.
Heard it here first, so lock him in for 135, mate. Thomas Heath. Heathy, not one midfielder went over 100 for me 2 weeks in a row. Geez, bad luck, mate. Bad luck. But it's all good, mate. It's all good. You will come home strong. HOA, mate. G'day, DR StreamYard link. All right. Copy. H, where's the team talk that we're in here? In team previews. In team previews, H. Jump in, my friend. All right. Logs, Scobes, old Mick Cockering struggling a bit in SC 60k rank. Clearly poor culture at the club. Cheers, Logan. Oh, Mike Cockering, he's got me here. Is this a joke or is this?
I just want to, and honestly, I swear, no one's going to believe me, but I swear, like on hand on my heart, I am not Mick Cockering on Twitter. I'm definitely not. I swear. Like, I'm definitely not. Everyone here knows what I'm like. If I have something to say, I just say it straight away. Like, simple as that. But so whoever this is has literally, they have done it so well. They've done it so well. But yeah, I'm going to have to, I guess, get on the old DMs to Dad and let him know, the pro tips, see what he can do.
So is this a Twitter account? Mike, the old Mike?
Yeah.
Mick.
Yeah. No.
Mick Cockering, bloody hell.
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah.
Bloody, he's got me to say it too.
You'll see him on the timeline. I'm sure you will.
All right, I'll have a check for him. Luke Pappas, 2108 for me. Dogger and O'Driscoll, are they bad injuries? Yeah, we don't know at the moment, mate. Going for scans this week, so we'll get more news during the week, buddy. Happy trade out Shees, Callaghan, and Blight to Sinclair, Whitfield, and Smith. Yeah, they're three bloody good ins, though, aren't they? Callaghan, good out. Blight, that's all right. She's a bit of a shame, but Sinclair, Whitfield, and Smith. Yeah, well done, mate. Absolutely take that and run. I really like cheese. Scobie, mate, what do you think of Bo Allen? Heard he's out with hurt feelings. Oh, I know what this is in reference to.
All right, again, I don't understand how people can assume that when I, like, everything that I tweet, say, summarize, lighthearted abuse, it's all from a Supercoach perspective. If you score -12 in a full game of football, your performance, not you as a human, not you as an individual, not you as the goodness in your heart, the performance you have put out there is terrible. And honestly, there was so much talk about Bo Allen, like he's going to debut, he's not going to play the first round. I guess I was right.
Scobes is claiming it. And look, what I will say is my Peanut Laddams, what a kick for goal that was. Bad luck, Peanut, I say.
That was so good.
That was gold. That was absolute gold. So well done, point up. All right, Jakey, Luke Ryan, a sneaky pod with the Tigers and D's coming up. It's funny, I said in the stock market video, just stay away from this man. Like, the role's not there. He's not the Luke Ryan of old, and he banged out a pretty good one, I think. But boys, any love for Luke Ryan?
No, I think Clark's better.
No,
he's not top six.
I agree. Yeah, I would not be going near him. But look, gut feel, if you want to go there, go for it. But yeah, I wouldn't be going in Ryan myself, mate. Who are we trading up to get like of Hall, Dudley to make cash for Stewie next week? Well, there's a few rookies that are questionable at the moment. Even if you look at the injuries with O'Driscoll, Nevitt, we're not sure. You've got your Campo, if he's still dead, someone like a Hasty keeps on getting the sub best. Maybe a Connor Stone if you're sick of him. Anyone else, boys? That we're Elijah Hewitt, maybe. Anyone that I'm missing that maybe trade bait in your eyes?
It's got to be Henderson and Griswold if he's
Window.
injured. Yep.
Yeah, great.
Hall and Dudley. Is he someone you're interested in with the small forward role at Freo? Is there a world where you want to look at Dudley?
I don't think these rookies are ones that really stand out for us. Like, I think last week we had like really solid options. Like, you had like a bias of pickup. Even a Moraes looked good. Like 43, not bad, but the break even kind of plays in his favor if you got him last week, where you might have some movements in the following weeks. And hopefully he turns it around. But like Clay Hall and Dudley, you're not like Hall, a lot of job security issues or questions, I should say, because he did play well and then he got dropped. And it's like, okay, he had a really good performance. He's clearly not, in that order that gets that sort of that love to get more game time. But if you had to pick one, I'm probably going to go Hall. I mean, Dudley's benefit is that he's a 99k rookie.
Yeah,
nice price. Hall over Dudley for everyone, or is anyone going to go with some Dudley love?
No, I think you go Hall because it's West Coast as well. Like they're genuine tripe. They've got to play the kids, so you'd think the job security would increase as it goes. But if he is dropped, I mean, handy loop as well. They're never going to play a Friday night blockbuster.
True. That's why I decided to hold on to Hewitt as well, just for that, I suppose, loop capability. NV staying on Rozee, so he's got more faith in you, Jack. Josh, thoughts on Georgie Hewitt with a 3-round 126?
Do it. Send it.
What do you think, rookie?
Brad's going send it.
Don't talk to me about this, man, please.
What's happening? You've got to say something now.
Josh has been in every stream that I've done over the last week, I reckon, and it's just George Hewitt. Sorry, Josh, please get him in. Please bring him in. Send me your team name, and I will watch with present trees when he starts failing.
All right, so that's a unanimous yes, mate. Get Georgie boy in. Cairo, hey, mate. Hey, lads. Brought in Darcy this week. What an animal. You animal for bringing him in, mate. I've got him in a Keeper League draft. Absolutely magnificent. Thoughts on upgrading Clary this week? I'm not upgrading Clary. Anyone upgrading Clary this week?
No.
Big no? Nah. Keep on the Clary, mate. Show faith in the pig. Sportsnut, any chance Windy goes to Whitfield? Do you boys know, is Windy traditionally a midfield tagger, or has he gone to halfbacks before? Anyone?
He's been to Tom Stewart, I think.
Been to Tom Stewart, okay.
Well, that's
to be honest, I'm hoping he does, because I don't want him to go to Finn. If I hold Finn, this could be the worst. Like, this could be terrible. It could be really terrible, because Finn's that link player, isn't it? You really want to stop that link player. When I selected Finn, I didn't think he was going to be a tag target, but yeah, how wrong was I? NV. Also instead of that mid, do I go to a defender? I don't have Zorko. Zorko's fine to bring in, boys, or is anyone off him after that performance, or you still think he's shown enough in the first 3 at that age?
No, he's fine.
He's
probably M1.
M1, there we go.
Probably M1 as well.
Harvey. Tempted on Rozee to George Hewitt. Well, go for it, mate. Georgie boy on fire. Joshy picks Saligo. Very nice, mate. Jonas, there's a bigger chance of DR going on a dinner date with Studi than Brad bringing McIntosh into his team. Again, I should read these comments. And, shout out to my good Richmond friend there. It's not him, is it?
It can't be him. No way he's shown his face in here, DR.
It's got to be. If it is, I want him on the stream. I want him on.
You can talk it out.
H, what's going on, mate? Sorry, I just saw you. You just.
How are you guys?
Good, buddy. Hang on. I'm just gonna. And the heads have just gone here. Oh, there we go. Look at that for technology, blokes. How good
Oh,
is
how's that?
I've lost all the comments now. All right. Driz, had Sligo from the beginning and never let me down. Well done, my friend. Maxi, could I fin Cal to Marrick, then Roberts to Sheasel, or keep Robert? Look, I think we've all agreed, mate, that we want to keep on to Roberts. Finn to marriage. If you separate Roberts for a sec, is anyone going to advocate that with the potential incoming tag from Windy, with the high break even, with the low 2-round average, and we've already talked about the fact of potentially already going marriage in? Is anyone at least going to advocate the Finn to marriage move?
I would, in solidarity. Finn's not going to be top 8. Finn won't be top 8. Marriage, I think it's fair to say, isn't going to be top 8 either. But so what are they? Like Finn, right now, Finn's a failed pick. Marriage is a stepping stone.
It's a good point. Could he go bananas? Are we just saying it's a fail now? I'm not willing to yet.
Oh, I'm not trading him out. I've Rozee. I have bigger issues than Finn Callaghan.
So you're saying that Rosee's more of an issue than Finn, are you, mate?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Jono, what's cracking, mate?
Up and about, that's what.
Up and about with the Stainers. Up and about. Good to see you, mate. Burners, thinking of doing Henderson or Nevitt. So bias via DPP. Only thing in one trade this week. We're both advocating that, aren't we, boys? Henderson or Nevitt to Bicey.
Solid.
Yeah, I'll do it.
What are you laughing at, Scobes?
Oh, mate. Superstar response. Absolutely love it. Oh.
Let me tell you something, not to brag, but I'm ranked 18 to 80, and my super pod has been my crap decision making. Good on you, mate. Hey, I always love someone that can take the piss of themselves, mate. But 18, 20, it's nothing too terrible, man. Like, you can absolutely come back from that and get a really solid rank, mate. I don't really like Cheese Legend. Thank you again for your very generous donations, mate. You're an absolute superstar, mate. Is Connor Stone the new Campbell Chesser / Jai Clark? Oh, it's a fair whack. Cheesy's given some drive-bys here. Connor Stone, the only he's getting DPP, isn't he? Is that the only advantage we have to Connor Stone at the moment? The fact he's getting DPP?
I reckon so.
Yeah. All right. Well, we think he is, mate. Very close too. I wanted to trade short to Al Halwi and Callaghan to Sarong. Is that dumb? Gee, it's early on Sard. Look, It's a big team sheet thing. H, you're the Essendon man, mate. What do you think about if Sard is named in the 22 this week, not sub, confirmed not sub, would you be comfortable going early on him instead of going some of the other rookies that we've got, like your Halls and these type of blokes? What are your thoughts there, mate?
I would probably wait for Sard. I'm not sure. Look, I know for a fact that he didn't play the full game against Port Adelaide because he was fasting for Ramadan. So that was a bit of a sort of one of those things. I feel that if it wasn't Ramadan, he would have probably started. He wouldn't have been the sub. So I would give him another week. But I think for us personally, he's in our best 22. Yeah.
JG.
Just
wait a week.
Sideways there. It's completely off topic, but question for H. Am I being optimistic in thinking Sardis will average 117 for the rest of the year? Genuine question. Like, if the peanut coach puts him on the ground for a substantial amount of time, the bloke is going to score.
Look, he's got the
Points
role,
per
hasn't
minute.
he? I mean, we saw what Sard did for that. You know, what was it? 20 minutes, not even 15 minutes. I
Oh,
mean,
no,
he takes-
Sardis, I mean, sorry.
Oh, Sardis. I thought you said
Yeah, my
Sardis.
man.
I'm thinking of bringing him back in.
Oh, I know someone else in here that's doing the exact same.
Yeah,
Maybe
well,
you need to go down the hanger.
I'm thinking of bringing in Satsis in. I'm thinking of bringing him back in this week.
It's going to
Interesting.
look good with a nice 1-2-0 next to his name this week.
Oh, imagine that.
Don't tempt me.
I demand a ride down to Tullamarine then. Make it a dream work.
Biggie loves it every second. Jake Sharp. Oh, no, we're on Jonas. Cheese Connor Stoned is the front seat of the Cesanero. Joni. Where's Roddy in Jonas's battle tonight? Roddy's left the stream, I think. Short's so hard to move off, but I feel like I'm stuck with him. Yeah, well, look, I went to Bailey Dale. Wasn't great last week, but yeah, a little bit better this week. So, Thilthorpe and Darcy look like it'd be potential keepers in the forward lines. Both get their marks, goals, and touches. Thoughts, fellas? Well, look, we are getting some blokes with with some DPP coming in, like potentially your Warners, potentially your Tracks. Anyone interested in Thilthorpe or Darcy? I'd love to have Darcy on my side. Like, I love that bloke. He's absolutely generational. But is anyone here going to put their hand up and say that Thilthorpe or Darcy, you think they could be potential keepers? Anyone going that far yet?
Darcy,
yes,
will.
but not classic.
If Tim English goes down, Sam Darcy is a must. Simple as that.
I like it. Do you reckon that they'll actually put him in the ruck, or do you think that they'll have to still play him forward? What he can do there?
It's Bevo, mate. You tell me.
Well, jeez, yeah. Well, who knows, mate? I wish I had the answers. I think we all do. Feel it. Tommy Stewart in a couple of weeks at 400K or less. I don't know if he gets to 400K. That would be, if he did that, I'd probably even, I'd be very surprised. I think it's probably 450, boys. You think is more realistic? Yeah, probably 450, I reckon, Phil. But I still reckon 450 is a very fair and reasonable price for Stewie. Sam Darcy, mate. Look, potentially, she's or Whitfield. I'm going Whitfield. JG, she's or Whit?
Whitfield.
Brad?
Yeah, Whitfield.
Jono?
Whit, because you already should have she's.
Oh, okay. Jono gives away to those non-she's ones. Rook?
Yeah, got to go Whitfield, 100%.
H?
Yeah, you got to go Whitfield, 100% with that one. Yeah.
Jeez, I should have just gone. Is anyone going? All right, I'll continue the way I'm doing. Jack?
Sheasel.
Oh, good man. Excellent, mate. Go away from the pack. The lone wolf. I like that,
The man
mate.
holds Flynn at R2. Don't
Yeah, mate. Flynn at R2. It's a master.
He's still there. Did you actually still have him R2?
Mate, I've still got him at R2. It's a master stroke. I'm telling you.
Do you reckon he's coming back after that form in the
Mob? He had 27 touches, 51 hitouts, and 2 goals.
If you could pull this off, it honestly would be a master stroke, I reckon. If you could pull it off,
I hope he comes back. It'll be
God. Here's a predicament for you, God. This week, team sheets come out. You're planning to go Briggs, but Flynn is named.
I get Briggs at flex.
Oh, you're keen on Briggsy.
And we'll know if Briggsy's going to we'll know if Flinny's going to be playing. He's playing Saturday this week.
Well, good info, Jono. Always on the pulse you are with that, mate. Ross says both. Oh, sorry. Bills Boys says both to Ross. Merrick gets tagged this week, ? Has such a good run coming up. That's what Scobes was talking about before. You know, if you get him this week, he can get through it, then, yeah, absolutely. Stewie Mac, trading out Rozee to Darcy will look much better at D6 than Stone and have the midfield depth even with Nod out. Rozee to Darcy, certainly a pod move there from Stu. Frankie, do you think Ned Long is a go now that DeGoey has questionable injury? Scobes, you're the Collingwood man. Neddy Long.
I mean, God and I are very intelligent individuals that clearly go for the pies here. But no, like when Pendles was sub and Long went absolutely bananas, like not so much from a Supercoach point of view, but just from team perspective and general footballing ability, he was, in my eyes, best on ground. And then next week he was the sub. So there's no way that you can go Netty Long. And Dugoe was subbed off tactically, so it wasn't an injury.
Well,
anything you can add there, mate? Being Collingwood man?
The only thing I'd say is in Craig McRae's presser, he did say that Ned Long will not be the sub this week.
Yeah.
He said there is no way he's the sub.
But then
didn't promise the week after, though, did he?
Next week. Yeah, like the week after.
No, he didn't. He didn't. I think our team looks way better with Ned Long playing a full game of footy.
100% it does.
And our midfield looks way better because we have no one that's going to go in and get that really hard ball. Like, I don't know, for example, like Geelong have like an Atkins, right? He'll go in and get that really hard ball that no one else is going to go and get. And every team needs one, and we just don't have one. So, I mean, yeah, I guess like a Tom Mitchell replacement.
Ooh, kind of. Team Mitch. Mick, just put the sound dunks every week, set and forget. It's probably a safe option that you got, mate. Fabled North kick 4 behinds. Roberts is a hold. Good point, mate. You can get some more bonus points there. No way Bice taking points from Roberts. He's done. No way Bice taking points from Roberts. He's done. Who's he saying's done here? Roberts or
Roberts?
He's saying Roberts is done.
He's saying Roberts is done. Yeah, look, if you think he's done, mate, feel free to move him on. Go with your gut. Absolutely. Spills is right. Bice is a goat. Spilsy was all over him after one sub game. Absolute premium, according to Spills. Cal, apologies for the Finn Callaghan spray. Should support the individual, challenge the behaviour. Bought him in for Pez. Since dropped out of best 18 2 weeks in a row. Now, Cal, give him an absolute drive-by, Finny, for all of us owners, mate. Sound Monkey G, Roberts to Bice. Ooh.
No way.
No.
You just flat
Surely
out
someone
no.
else you can go. Surely there's someone else that you can trade to him.
You'd think so, isn't there?
Honestly,
like Callaghan with DPP.
Just get Bice at flex or something and try.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he'd be better than Flynn at flex, wouldn't he?
Mate.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's actually going to play, isn't he?
Jeez, yeah, that's it. That's an important point.
Flynn at R2, mate. That's the play.
I'll get.
Got DR, just quickly, you got Causa in the background.
Oh, is he old Causa?
The ladies' man.
The ladies' man's in the background, is he?
He's in the...
Where are we?
Yeah.
The ladies' man, here he is.
Hello.
Causa. What's happening, mate?
Not much.
Happy with the Ruse performance, Causa?
Hell no. No. That cost me 8 out of 8 tips.
Oh, geez, mate. No, I'm not actually tipping, to be honest, this year. First time I'm not tipping in a long time. I'm terrible with my bloody tipping. Dale, got the fun choice of having to drop 2 of the following: Callaghan, Rozee, Short, and the Nod injury. Well, Nod's a hold if you can, if it's not too serious. Callaghan, Rozee, Short.
Short.
All right, boys, we'll quickly go around very quickly. Give me one name who you think is the biggest problem out of the 3: Callaghan, Rozee, and Short. The ladies' man, we're going to start with you. Who's the biggest problem, Callaghan, Rozee, or Short?
Short.
Short. Jono?
Rozee.
H.
Yeah,
You're going to say Callaghan,
that's tough because I don't own Callaghan or Rozee, and I just traded Short for Jordan Clark this week.
Well, there's a little drive-by to Dale then. Sorry, mate, I don't have any. So I
So
don't have to worry about it.
if that was me, I'd say Short.
All right, 2
100%.
Shorts, 1 Rozee. Brad?
Yeah, Short for me.
3 Shorts, 1 Rozee. Rook?
Short. It has to be Short.
Shorts getting absolute smacking here. God.
Rozee due to his break even.
Rozee. Okay, 4-2.
JG.
I'll honestly go Callaghan, to be honest. That's 2 pretty poor scores in a row now.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? I was going to go Callaghan because no one giving him love, but I'll go back to the boring one with Short, I think. Scobes? Biggest problem, mate?
He's got to drop 2 of them. Jesus. honestly, if you've got to go Rozee. Like at least Short is, and like anyone that knows me knows I hate that individual. But you've got to ditch Rozee, honestly. Like no.
All right, there you go,
is
mate.
Jaden Short on the never again list?
For me,
Hell yeah.
I just get sucked
Such
in
a
every
baited
year, mate.
pick. Anyway,
Yeah,
I didn't get
every
sucked
year.
in, so that's okay.
He's never averaged 100. Like, seriously. Why do we even pick this
Shocking,
guy?
isn't it?
I don't know. Bait.
The Embiid of Joel. Oh, now this is very high praise. Scobes, aka Bryce Mitchell Senior. Good work, lad. And anyone that knows Bryce Mitchell's work, he's an absolute legend in the community. So Scobes, very high praise for you, mate, and your projections, brother.
Thank you very much,
well
Mr.
done.
Joel.
NV, Jordan Clark at the flex. I really like Jordan Clark as a player. I think he's a really safe sort of defender, really nice buy. Any Jordan Clark owners here? There must be a few around, are there?
Yep.
No.
Hey, you're a happy owner? You're saying NV, yep, flex all good. Jordan Clark, you happy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Beautiful. Shane, hey, mate, hero of the week. Clarko for starting Sheaslett half back. Absolutely.
Oh, that was so
mate.
good.
And those traders, villain of the week, absolutely.
It's
Obi,
like 20,000. It was like 20,000, whatever.
JS2 iffy. That's it, cause
Yeah.
thinking Clay Hall or JS or JS2 too iffy. Sardis a chance without Caldwell. Sardis absolutely a chance. He should come straight back in, shouldn't he, boys? And dominate for 120.
He's going to be Essendon's second best midfielder behind Merritt, 100%, and that's no bullshit.
You've heard it.
Well, if he doesn't perform well on Saturday, I'll let him know because I'm going to the game. I'll tell him how it is.
Rip into him for me, John. All right.
Yeah,
Personal
will do.
feedback.
Yeah.
Jono, you don't
About
have to
his
type it, mate.
performance.
You can just say hello to us here. No, this was from before, obviously, mate. That's all good. Shane, grade my trades. Oh, geez, Shane, I wants a grade. I feel like I'm back at school. Just started school holidays, boys, and already I'm grading again. But Lindsay Nevitt Berry, Bias Moraeus Marrick. So
I hope
this
they
is
were
a
last
boost.
week's trade.
Yeah, they would have been last week's trades.
Oh, sorry. So Lindsay, I would have liked to hold Lindsay, but Nevitt Berry, Bias Moraeus Marrick. Yeah, well, seems pretty good, doesn't it? I think.
Surely that's last week, Taylor.
You think so? Yeah. I'm not too
So
sure.
I'm saying in an F. Fail.
0 should be. Sorry, mate. Not sure what's happening there. Lukey boy. Hey, Magic. Connor O'Sullivan, I chose to fade. Now looking at him with a fresh view. Short to Cos. Or is the boat long gone? Rook, you're the Geelong man. So I might just flip to you on this one, mate. What are your thoughts on getting Cos in at the inflated price? Have you seen enough that he can at least do as much as Short? And the move here may be just to break even and bank a couple of $100K or whatever it is. What are your thoughts on this one?
As much as I'll join Goobs on this in the fact that I don't like Short, there is still question marks. Like, yeah, Cos has been playing absolutely amazing, but Colo's probably due to come back. Stewart's in the team. You've got Mark O'Connor, who's probably going to get a better run now. Like, Nevitt seems to be out, so who replaces him? How do they shift around certain potential players in their roles? Like, it may maintain a role within the squad. Don't get me wrong. Like, I still think he's like best 23. But is he going to have the potential to do that 84, the 77? I think it's definitely there for sure. I would potentially wait for team sheets to see how far away Colo is, because the words before he had a Rising Star nomination, all that fun stuff, was he was just going to be hold the spot for Colo. So not sure if that's changed. Chris Scott loves his favourites. Yeah.
Good advice, mate. All right, the Pirates. Options for trading out Callaghan. Well, look, it's mate, you can go up, sideways, down, wherever you want. But stock market video this week, mate. Get on the stocky. We'll go through absolutely every option. But does anyone have any options of just screaming out at the moment for Callaghan? Anyone just
Brayshaw at the moment. His run is like pretty good coming up. Like it's got Richmond and Melbourne next to you, so
Point Causa, looking at that fixture run, Causa, love it, mate.
Yep.
Anyone else, boys?
Sligo, yeah, Sligo and Hewitt.
Sligo or Hewitt? You're going Pods, Brad. So I don't mind that.
Hewitt.
So you're going a little bit different, mate.
Hewitt,
Going away from the pack.
I've got one. That could be really sneaky.
You're going to
And
make us sick, aren't you, mate? You're going to
I'm
make us
going to make you
absolutely
feel
sick.
absolutely sick.
Where are
In
you
fact,
going?
Like, I could get kicked off the call for saying this.
Not Laddams.
Steel
No
side.
Bo Allen or Laddams, mate. No
Steel
peanuts.
sideboarding.
Steel side.
In a
Steel
retirement
side.
village.
Wowee. No. Jesus Christ.
Scored 124 against Carlton and then 107 and 109 the 2 weeks before that.
Not sustainable.
That's
Yeah,
fantastic, mate.
Oh, I know, but I just thought I'd throw one out there. But
Who is
I
it?
think I'm
Who
gonna
did you say the name? I missed it. Who was it?
Steel side bottom.
You crazy bastard.
But I reckon I'm actually thinking of getting Lockie Neal in this week. Just to
Shocky in
break
this
my
week.
heart.
You should have a nice couple of Scobes.
What's against the Dogs?
Do you reckon that they're going to send a Perryman? So we got Dogs this week, don't we? So Dogs. The only thing I can think, maybe a Kennedy type puts a bit of body on him. Maybe. Do you think Pezman goes to Shocky Scopes when we meet in a fortnight's time?
I don't know. I reckon he's too quick for him. Like it's.
If it's not him, then if it's not Pez, do you think someone's at least going to put some?
It'll just be
pressure
like.
on him, if not a hard.
I know we didn't tag Cripps, but the same example applies. Pendlebury will just go to him at every single stoppage until the ball hits the deck, and then it's just every man for himself. Like I don't think necessarily Perryman's got it in him to tag a Lockie Neal, so to speak, but to give him attention, yeah. But like Neal's just so classy. I don't think it's going to worry him too much.
Yeah.
Ron and Brayshaw also just destroyed the Dogs midfield. So
Yeah,
That's
Sarong looks a fun own. Like he just.
wish I
He would
could
be
get
very
there.
nice. to see
yeah, I
his-
started him. He hasn't been fun till this week. I'll tell you that much.
I don't know his scores. I wouldn't have a clue because who wants to watch Freo? But yeah, like he looked good today.
It much
Reckon Noah Anderson.
trouncing the power today.
Noah Anderson. Bit of love for Noah.
Yeah. He's gone 3 times in a row, and he's
Yeah,
got
I've got
North and
him.
Richmond next too. So
Yeah,
he's
nice.
going to go pretty big.
Jeez, and thoughts are with those that went with Rowley boy this week.
Oh, that was so bad watching that. Like you had so many clangers and.
Did you get him, Causa? You're onto him, Causa?
No, I'm on Anderson over Real. So
Nice, Causa. The Noah coaster. Brayshaw or Witter? Look, I think
Whitfield.
you can't go past him, can you? Like Whitfield's a must-have, isn't he? Are we?
Right,
We're not
right
calling
now,
Brayshaw a
Whitfield's
must.
he's like top 3 defender. I don't know if Brayshaw's top 3 midfielder.
He's top
Yeah.
3 in the
Yeah, I
game
agree.
at the moment. He's bloody unreal.
yeah,
But like it's that role.
Oh, it's
The-
sickening. It's
The other thing
sickening.
to add to that as well is if we look at the overall scoring capacity and who's been like really consistent, it's the defenders. Our mids have been up and down. Like this, like we all think the champion dart has got some imaginary table they used to score that we've got no clue what's happening. But the most consistent scorers that have come out are all defenders. So if you're gonna do a line where you get all your primos in first, do it for defenders. Because they're going to be your most consistent, probably your top ceilings as well. Your mids are probably with the tag in effect as well. There's always a tag around the corner potentially, so you're never really going to have pure consistency like you would with like a Whitfield, for example, who, mind you, can still get tagged, but the likelihood of it is a bit less.
All
We
on
haven't got
board in
faith in
sync.
Rucks. Sorry, what was that, Jono?
All on board in sync. Choo choo.
The comments here, I love it, Jono. Hi, lads. Thoughts on Sam Darcy as a pod? Look, generational player. Does anyone in Classic... Look, I think he could actually be a good pick, but I couldn't do it personally. Scobes, you already said if Tim English goes down, then in comes Sam. Anyone seriously considering him as a pod or
Not now.
I
yet.
don't think he
think
can.
yet to
He's
start
coming
him.
in.
say that again, Brad? Sorry, mate.
So I reckon you probably can't because the midfield DPP is coming in after round 5. There's going to be better options like Warner and Petrarca if they bounce back. Than
Yeah.
a
Maybe
key
Nick
forward.
Martin if he bounces back as well. So
Causer on Martin. Blacks. Although it didn't score, but I like the look of Tom Gross at West Coast Boys. Thoughts? Reckon he can keep his spot over Clay Hall? I don't really have anything to comment here. Anyone got thoughts on Gross or?
Didn't see the game, so I've got no idea.
it seemed like it was hard for him to like. It's hard for his like scoring today because obviously the scaling was like completely out of whack. If because he did look good, but he could have scored definitely more. He was trying to do the right thing.
All right. Well, not too sure at the moment on Grossi, mate. Have to wait to team sheets. Thoughts on Thilthorpe 1 week on? Look, he's certainly a talent. Absolutely a talent. But I think, as we've just mentioned, similar to Darcy,
Yeah, you
I'd
had to
probably
start
put him in the same vein a little bit there, just with some DPP options that we're starting to get through. Theo, I changed my trades. Bice, Marrick, Hall in. Out Finn O'Sullivan, O'Driscoll, and Patton. Yeah, giving this the tick, boys. If not,
Yeah, I
he's
like
out
that.
for an extended period.
Yeah.
I think that's right. On your
Yeah.
Theo. Driz, thinking about Lipinski, Rozee, and Callaghan out for Whitfield, Shees, and Trav in. Lipinski, that's a pod. You're happy to get Lipinski out the Scopes?
Yeah.
You're going to give the thumbs up to this one? Out Lipinski in.
Why on earth are you picking Lipinski to begin with?
Scopes is in
Because of the
confusion
Bulldogs
about
reject.
Like, Driz, mate, like, surely you've got me
I'll
on
get
Twitter.
Collingwood
Send me a
supporter,
message. We'll help you out. Jesus Christ.
That's
That's the wrong Bulldogs
Trade
reject.
Lipinski for Steel Sidebottom. You won't be
Oh,
disappointed.
there we go. A pie for a pie, says God. Ethan, have the
Mate,
three
that's
ruck
awesome.
structure with Gawn, Sherry, and TDK. Is it worth trading one to Whitfield? And which one? Is anyone keen on a bit of sideways action here, boys?
If Pittinet's named, absolutely.
100%.
Yep.
Ooh, okay, there we go. So if Pitto's named, TDK, out you go, son. And you've got the luxury to be able to do that. So handy spot in a way. Might go Marriage over Travaglia. Yeah, that could be fine, mate. It'll be an interesting one with Marriage. Still probably meat on the bone there. Is Neil a top 8 and is a captain option this week? We're playing the Dogs. I actually think he's a captain option this week.
Yep.
I do personally.
I
Top
prefer
8.
TDK.
JD, you've been a big advocate for holding Neil through this tough period. Do you think he's realistically a top 8 midfielder when we're looking at our sides at the end of the season, the averages, and reflecting on the year that was 2025?
Who was that to? Sorry.
Yeah, answer that,
JJ's
Joshy.
giving me
Me?
silent treatment.
Yeah, that was yeah.
Yeah, I had no
The
idea.
trouble is, when you're sitting in the top 400,
Oh.
you're a little bit better than the other people around you. So that's all right, mate.
Well, to be honest, like he's been a very frustrating own. Like he went 130 this week, but it's 94 across the year. I think like his next couple of weeks are okay. Like against the Dogs, we just saw Strong and Brayshaw go really well, and then he's got Collingwood. But then I reckon he's going to cop the Windhager tag. So it's going to be 2 good weeks and then a tag again.
Yeah.
So he's actually a very
That's what
frustrating
I'm worried
own.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd probably go like a Dunkley instead because he's not going to get tagged. But yeah, Neil can get those spike scores when he's not going to get tagged. But I mean, you were saying last week they are when he does cop those tags, he's a lot more unselfish now.
He's shocking, mate, as a Supercoach
yeah.
owner. Yeah, no good for us, brother. No good for us. Well, Skit says Dunkley versus Old Side will go 150. I cheer so hard last couple of games there. They give it to him, and Yeah, I give it back. Stick up for my man. JRD, Tom Green scored well today, JG. When are you bringing him in? Any plans?
Yeah.
Or-
Nah,
Is
that's
this because
from
you look
that's
like
from
him, Joshy?
no, it's from last year. You should remember Scobes after he scored 5 points and I
Oh, that was
went off my head.
fantastic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I paid up for him for that.
That's what I left
Oh,
before, boys. Will Brody. Bailey's going back to what are we, 2022? Was it? Will Brody?
Yeah.
Dudley a must-have. No.
No.
Not a
Hell
must-have.
no.
Not a must-have. Free candy. Mr. Sydney game did, Mike. How did Caden Cleary perform? Did anyone catch a Sydney game, or can anyone comment on Koza?
He was, what was his role? I can't remember, but he looked pretty well. He scored a 63, so I think Sydney did obviously want to play him before he obviously got suspended for his 2
That's
weeks.
right. Bit of off-field.
And
bit of
then
off-field,
yeah, and I think what was it? It was like I think he was playing like half forward because I was obviously there, so he was playing half forward. I think. What I
in
can
the
remember,
flesh, beating off those ladies. Poor old Causer. He goes to the gate 4 of the MCG, and he needs one of those fly swats. The great man. It's actually sickening. Isn't it, Causer? Sickening,
I reckon it's fair to say that Cleary probably looked better against North than he did in the courthouse. Yes, Corey?
yeah,
Yeah?
Yep.
No, perfect. Lovely.
Why was this managed? Why was Laird subbed? Just purely management, boys?
Yeah, we're saying it was management. Yeah,
Right.
it was tactical subbed out because
Tactical. Oh, managed. There we go. Thanks for that, Shano. Liam, plenty on Callaghan to George Hewitt. Seems like no one is talking about him. Well, we've got a few people talking about him already. So, it could be a bit of a pod move, mate. G'day, fellas. Huge crew. Scotty, how are you, legend? Good to see you, brother. Good week to captain him, too. Jesse is all over him. Cause has been waiting to jump on. Sorry about that, Causer, in the back.
No, all right.
Just lurking his Causer. Supercoach God give him the Dwayne Russell on hold treatment.
What? I think this is in regards to you not adding me to the call for 20 minutes.
Sorry, mate. That was No, so I literally can only see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 faces up the top, and then I've got to actually scroll down to see everyone else's beautiful heads. Mick says the Pies are well represented on the panel, but they are SC irrelevant. Wow.
Yeah, well, we're gonna win the flag this year, so who cares?
Hell no.
There
Hell
we
no.
go. Fighting words from the god. Ethan had a man with the trades this week, trading a horny man and choosing Moraes over Bice. Look, it's only a week, mate. It's only a week. What did he do in the third quarter? He did bugger all, didn't he, in the third quarter? So, look, yeah, it's tough in the short term, mate. Loving the Brayshaw own. Yeah, I'm an anti-B owner as well, mate. Very happy. Dunk's only 9% owned, still ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's a really safe pick. 1929 Zorko C, 89 to 240th. Well, mate, yeah, you can't complain at 240 odd, mate.
There was a lot. I remember
15,000 on top.
Yeah, there was a lot that went under 100. Like people in the top 1% had captains as like there was like 50% of people had under 100 scores as C. So if you didn't have that, you were rising the ranks heaps.
Bloody hurts. I was playing Swizz in the content league and he had Sarong, I think, the bugger. Hoggett, lads, what are the thoughts on Humphreys? Are we worried if we traded him in or holding steady? I didn't go with Humphreys. Who did? Hands up, boys, if you're a Humphrey owner. Who went with Humpty Dumpty? 1, 2, 3. Three.
That role was so...
JG, buyer's regret? Or you're still happy? You're holding faith?
He'll be all right. Because as bad as he was, he only went, what was it in the end, like 24 points less than Marich, and he's got North and Eagles next too. So I think I was more so picking him for the upcoming fixture, and I was just going to cop the Adelaide game. But for as bad as he was to still get 64, I think
the goal did help his score. Get higher in a close game as well.
All right, not panic stations yet with Humpty. Brayshaw only 11% owned. Love the sound of that. Couldn't agree with God more. Re Rozee. I have too many round 12 players, so I have an excuse to do it at least. Yeah, definitely be focusing on the buys there as well. But yeah, Rozee and Short, two options that aren't looking great at the moment. Sorry, I should look at these comments again. Cuban, do we have to look at Sam Darcy realistically? Yeah, talked a little bit about him, mate. Realistically, we look at him, but yeah, far from must have. Maxi, Finn to Jack Sinclair next week, or Cripps to Zach? I'm guessing that's Merritt. Jacoby in my midfield. I'll have a full back line. All right, Sinclair versus Merritt. Hands up for Sinclair boys versus Merritt. Who's going Sinclair? 1,
Sinclair,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
2 weeks ago.
I'm going Sinclair. 8. And Scobes, you're Merritt? You're on the Zerrett train?
He's on the Sardis train.
Yeah, Sardis train.
Sardis.
No, but
all right, don't worry about Zerrett.
Am I just understanding this wrong? Because he goes Finn to Sinclair, and then next week Cripps to Zach. So he's getting both.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, good luck.
That's fine.
He's going Caldwell and then making the trade the next week. So,
all right,
okay.
You're more onto it than I am, mate. I tell you, lighthearted abuse, elite. That's what we're all about, mate. Lighthearted love around here, mate. Just some banter. Don't get Stewart next week. Trust me, Magic is not on the Stewart train. I'm very tempted. Ross the boss, going back to the Windy situation. Windy will tag the mids, but if Whitfield starts tearing it up, we may bring in Butler to run with Whitfield. Oh, Jono, do you see Butler potentially doing a run with role? Well, it's coming from Ross the boss himself here, so I don't think we should be questioning this. But Jono, any different thoughts?
I would have thought if we're trying to shut down Whitfield, probably play someone else. Whitfield's Butler's more of a small forward, and I know he's done jobs like this in the past, but I can't see him going with Whitfield for most of the game.
I hope someone does, Jono. I hope Ross puts someone on him because
But I
crikey,
do
mate, I
say it'll
can't watch
probably
him
be
again.
if it was to be anyone, I'd say probably Mitch Owens play defensive forward.
Michito, yep.
And take him
Nice
up the
call,
ground.
mate. Any news on
Done with
Lindsay
Stu in the
Sardis
past.
and Nod? Nod, no. Is there news on Sardis boys? Anyone?
yeah,
know?
he's
he's
going
140.
140 for the rest of the season.
For the
It's
rest,
been
There's news.
when is he coming in to start his 140 run? Is it this
he's
week?
been
wearing
back
the
in main
glove.
training. He's
Okay,
got
sweet.
he's playing with a glove though. Hopefully he hasn't been getting the glove off Travis Cloak, one of our assistant coaches, because he'll be banned for a few weeks if he did.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, he's wearing a glove at training.
I'll track down I'll make a sign during the week for you, Scobes, and have it going around the ground. Sardis
Yeah, let
140.
me know. Let me know.
Nice, Jono.
I'm Sardis'
Love it,
number
Jono.
one fan, mate.
Any news on Lindsay boys? Anyone heard an update on Lindsay at
It was
all?
1 to
or
2
just-
last week, so he probably might be back this week.
Fingers crossed. That'd be nice. When do the scores release officially? Already released, Tommy, by the time you're reading this now, mate. Jeez, it's nearly the Brady bunch. I tell you what, it almost is, isn't it? Well, I've got the long hair. I could be the Marsha. We'll see what happens there. We might need to get some more female
We are the fittest
representation on the
father figure
past.
of us all.
Anthony, would you go Callaghan to Smith if you didn't have him? Callaghan to Baz, we happy with that, boys?
Yeah.
Just get Baz in. And see you later, Vinny. All right. Yep, Rozee, you're sacked. Marriott, you're in, or upgrade Nod if injured. Yep, Rozee not getting any love whatsoever here on the pod, boys. What are we doing with Boyd on the ruck bench? Doesn't look like he'll play. Absolutely leaving him there.
And
at
then
the
Archer
moment.
Reed does
No
good
option.
again.
Yeah,
He does good
no
again
option, mate.
today.
Do we feel remorseful for the people who trade out Shees and JHF?
No.
Yeah, for JHF funds, because I did, and I'm feeling really
I
sorry
did.
for myself right
I
now.
did.
Yeah,
You traded Horn Francis, Causa.
Yeah, because I needed the only way to it was the only way to Baz. So it was Baz, Marriage, and Bison. I had for Hewitt, Nevitt, and JHF. So I got all. So that
Was it
See you
me
later,
who told
Morty.
you? Was it me who told you, Dr, that Horn Francis will go 150 this week?
Yeah,
When
you
we
told
spoke
me. I
last
saw
week?
a trade. Oh man, I knew it was going to happen. Basically, as soon as you trade these blokes, that's what bloody happens, mate. Pirate, you're all Supercoach casuals. I'm ranked 50, so get me on the stream. Pirate, jump on. All right,
Hearty.
Pirate. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to copy the link. It'll be down the bottom of the comments, Pirate. Jump on me, Hearty. All right. Baloppa. Oh, Jono, I'm gonna have to get one of you out, mate, for Pirate to come in, I think, because I can only have 10 on. And I can see
All right,
two.
I'm gonna go film some stuff for my channel, so I will
double on then, Jono.
I'll sacrifice.
Look at that. The man in the middle.
Geez, you're a good man.
You're a good man, mate. Anyone that has not checked out Rookie Coach's channel, make sure that you do. He's going to be obviously recording some elite stuff now. So, make sure that you do jump onto that. On your
I'll
rock, definitely
be highlighting my win over someone else in this pool this week.
Oh, a little bit of action.
Might be looking at God.
Oh, he beat
Oh,
me.
yeah, that's right.
All
right, boys. Have a good
Take
stream.
care, buddy.
Bye,
mate.
Everyone.
Hey, Rob.
Now, for the person that was just trying to get in, I did get the notification, but I can only have 10, so try again, and you are in. Blooper. So what's the thoughts on Callaghan? Yeah, look, I think we've... Well, all right, let's give our final thoughts on Callaghan here. For me, I'm extremely worried. And if I hadn't have used 3 bloody boosts, I'd be trading him out this week, I think, personally. Is everyone in agreement? If you've got Finn and you got the trades to do it, you just trade him out?
I reckon so, because I reckon his first game, obviously in round 0, was without Tom Green too. So, people saw that he did good. And then, his second game, he played with Tom Green, was just over the ton. And then it's been 250 odd, 50, 60 odds.
All right. Here we go.
Guess what time it is? Guess what time it is?
Scoopy, Doopy, welcome.
At least I tipped Saints this week.
Oh, good man. Well, you know what time it is? It's not 11:08. Well, that's if you're in big. It's not Tiffy time. It's Saints time. It's the Saints time. I half joked last week when I said in my live stream headline was a bit of a smart ass dig at people. They're saying Saints flag contenders ? And I did say, DA, if we would have beat them in Adelaide, the question mark is gone. The question mark's removed.
I actually thought it was.
Is it lids up, Scoops? Lids up? Down at Rabbit?
G'day. Yeah. Oh, probably not. No, but it's good to see. And any Port fan crying about umpiring needs to get a hard look at themselves. They were protected in the third quarter, especially. They were. And what's funny is the people that say that did not see Aliria take the mark out of his own teammate's hand, who touched it first, and then he tackled him. And that's one example of probably 10 in that third quarter. So this is we won, they lost. It's apparently Ken Hinckley's fault too when they lose, and when they win, it's Josh Carr. Do you honestly guys think that because they've tried a different style, I suppose, this year, which I feel like it's Josh Carr implementing it a bit. I know Ken's the official coach. Do you feel like that this is actually a bit of Josh Carr's style? And if it is he the right man, and have they jumped the gun by labelling out a year in advance that they'll give it to him?
Maybe, potentially.
Interesting.
When was the last flag, Scoops?
The last flag would be about the 2012 Wizard Cup Grand Final, so not that long ago.
Oi, Scoops.
Yeah.
Mate, I just wanted to say I am a huge fan.
I appreciate that.
A huge fan. But it's not your stuff, your content regarding the Saints that I'm a huge fan of. It's actually the videos that you put up of yourself, like the ones of you kicking snags from the boundary.
Oh, yeah.
Fairly sure you made multiple hundreds down at, is it Lara, the cricket club? Is that right?
Yes. Yep.
just bowling express heat, like vintage Brett Lee, Shoal Bakhtar, Sean
Yeah.
Tate.
The real bingers right here.
Beautiful.
Nice.
But
Yeah.
I do want to just go back 15 years to 2010 because that was absolutely beautiful. What did you think of
Oh,
that?
no. Jeez.
Hey, by the way, just for context, I actually like Collingwood, so this is not I hate Collingwood thing for that. I like the Pies, not back then I didn't, and especially after that, Granny, no. But what did I think of it? Well, I was only like 12 at that point, so it's probably a bit different to how I would react now. But it wasn't great, I would say. But this funny how the drawn the replay was gone after that year, right? And then the year before that, when Hawkins hit the post against us in 09,
There's no score review.
there was no score from and they brought that in after that screw job, and then same with the drawn game because we had the momentum in that, Granny. Yes, I know you said one and whatever, but the replay, but the momentum was there.
For sure.
Sorry,
Same
but going back to your cricket comment, I'll give you one little exclusive because everyone loves exclusives, right? So that game that you may be referring to, where I got a fifer, Michelle Pfeiffer as they call it these days, I don't know why, but whatever. That game, that was actually meant to be the 200th. Hence why I had 2 weeks in a row of actual camera filming from someone, because that was meant to be the 200th against one of my most hated sides. So that would have been funny. But, we beat them anyway, and I got Pfeiffer against them and gave them some lip. So that was nice.
A fiver and some lip against the rivals. I tell you what, Scoops, that is a good day on the pitch, my friend. Absolutely elite, mate. Love it, my friend. All right, we've got some comments here. We're going to get through. What is Nick Dacos's break even? Does anyone have that handy, boys? We'll get the Jordan tag this week, but still think I'm trading Rozee, Callaghan, Millerer to Dacos, Neil, and Luke Ryan. I would not be trading him for Nick Dacos myself.
130.
130, there you go.
Is that
and
it?
Jordan will keep him to 70 to 80, I reckon.
Or
70 to 80.
Yeah.
If he can do Neil to 40, he can keep Dacos to pretty low.
All right. Still side bottom says the God. JG, what's your score again, mate?
I'm not falling for this week.
Hey, boys, what about Callaghan and Fraser? Got 200k in the bank to play around with. We agreeing both fine to trade. Anyone a staunch hold of either?
What did Fraser score?
47 or something.
Yeah,
not good.
I would dump him because didn't he get us? I don't have him, and I never had him once. And I actually didn't consider him, but didn't he get 70 or something the week prior as well?
Yeah,
he got like 35. He got 35 points for that goal against Collingwood.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, he would have factored in little details like that. Yeah,
get around the fridge.
See you later, fridge. Bye, mate. Good Horsham boy though, Jono. We know that, mate. Lukey Papas, would you be trading Luke Jackson even if he's only a week or two? Is he a top six forward with Darcy coming back? No, he's not.
Oh, trade.
Well, he's injured as well.
Yeah.
Trade.
He is hammy.
It's an awkward one though, isn't it? Because now that you got the flex though, you feel like you got a little bit more flexibility with a premium missing a week or two, I suppose, than what you had in the past. Because that's something I've pondered with a few players. Like for people that have Dan Houston, they may have that same problem. Do they trade him? If they trade him, they're not going to bring him back, are they? You're not trading him to get him back a week after, basically.
It's a good point, mate. It's a very good point you raised.
Jackson did his hammy as well, so he's probably missing more than one or two.
Probably, yeah.
See what happens. Balupa, one off from Roberts or a sign of what's to come? We're all giving him another chance at the moment, mate. Yeah. Dunkley or Merritt for Rozee? Oh, look, Merritt's the pod move. Dunkley's a very safe move, I think.
Rumour has a Connor Rozee still at Adelaide Oval trying to figure out why they lost.
Yeah, still just drowning in his sorrows, Jono. Whitfield versus Sinclair. Scoops, we know who you're going with, mate.
Well, Jack Sinclair's one of my favourite players, and I'm actually a big fan of Lockie Whitfield as well, so it's a tough one, but I've got Sinclair. But that's because I started with him, of course.
Nice. Great starting pick, mate. Jono, you're sticking with your boy?
Yep. Traded in 2 weeks ago. Happy owner as well.
Now, I love you two blokes, and I'm a massive Jack Sinclair fan as well, but I'm just going to lean towards Lockie Whitfield myself.
Yes, that's fine.
anyone, or is there anyone else for Sinclair? Is anyone else joining Scoops and Jono? And I would have no problem. Yep, Jack's up there. God's there in the middle. He's raised the hand. So yeah, look. Either way, it's a brilliant selection. Either one of them. We want Stewie to join the feed. See what happens. He's got an open invitation.
Oh my!
Supercoach Gods needs to conjure a miracle because there are no refunds on a bat. Oh shit! What am I reading?
Did you say last week to watch out for Jonas's comments too?
Yeah, I did. Him and bloody Roddy talking about being helmet heads and Freddie forcing this weird. I don't know what they're on, bloody Jonas and Roddy. They go on your channel as well, don't they? And have these arguments. It's so funny.
Yeah.
So, lads, good round or bad? Worst week thus far for me.
Good.
Yeah, a bit of a mix, mate. A bit of a mix. Just don't ask JG what his rank is this week. Supercoach God, I heard Matt Flynn going 150 on TDK. Oh, you wish you're R2, mate. You're dreaming about this stuff, mate. Easy, Mr. Ladies Man. My missus is watching. Causa, maybe turn the camera off, mate. Oh no, I'm gonna be. I won't go that far. I've got thoughts. I've got thoughts in the head, Causa, but we're gonna keep this as G-rated as we can, my friend. But Causa, getting everyone excited out there, mate. Just settle down, big man. Settle down. Salupa, worth holding Clayton Oliver or trading to George. Where is this like a piece? This is legitimate with George Hewitt, is it?
No.
Is it or not? I'm not too sure. I faded Hewitt 4 weeks in a row. Oh, look, I'm going to look into George Hewitt. I'm going to really look into him.
Hell no.
He was really good on the weekend again. I think he's got every score of 100, I think.
He has scoops. He's actually scored really deep. He's not a traditional pick.
No, he's not. He's a risky one. Yeah.
He got a 94.
You've got to give him credit, those scoops, as you said, mate.
Yeah, he's probably been their best player.
Yeah.
Good call.
Oh, besides Tom DeConing, of course.
Good call. Yeah.
Who's Saints
Don't
fan
worry.
next
Should
year,
Max
Scoops?
own?
I hope so. I'm hoping.
Yep.
Anyone own Max Holmes?
I was actually
No.
deciding last week to go Holmes or Clark. And
Clark.
I got worried about. I got really concerned about everyone going to Holmes now. I think he's the number one tag target,
And he's already like 32% owned or something as well.
I agree.
and he'll be copping tags. I think he'll be the number one tag target for Geelong now. So yeah, it's a worry. It's a worry, especially at what is he 530 something 540?
Not sure off the top of my head. Close.
He's about that.
Close
He's
to
about
the range.
540k.
Yeah. Rozee and Nod out. Whitfield and Bice in. Yep. That. If Nod's not looking good. Faded George this week. The Brady Bunch. There we go. The Brady Bunch parody. Which rookies are on the radar this week to get in, excluding Bice, Nod, Lindsay, Davidson, Marrick, Ashcroft.
Sardis.
Yep. Sardis. Ball.
Sardis.
Trav?
Not much.
Nah, not
Trav.
sold on Trav. No, I'm not paying 170k for that.
No,
There's a
he's spot on. Spot on. 170.
He was going to be the sub last week anyway,
No.
before Jack Steele was out. So
I mean, if you're running around with Never and all these boys on the bench as dead rookies, why would you go Travaglia?
Yeah.
Just add to the list.
Clay Hall, a lot of people are going for. I don't know why, but for this week, he's most owned, it says. 13.6% of people are bringing him in. I just look now.
Jeez, there we go.
I
Maybe
should
that's
have already had him, Scoopsy?
Don't need Clay Hall when you got a bunch of good players scoring like 100 like Murphy Reed.
Oh, that's
he didn't
it.
score
There we
100.
go.
Not this
He's got
week, but
70
just those
he's got
types.
70 selling this week. Still.
Yeah.
I like Mr. Hall.
You like Hall?
Yep.
Yep.
Himmelberg going off is still out of the talks. Is he getting some kick-ins and stuff, Himmelberg, maybe? And
Yeah, he is, yeah.
yeah. Look, he's a pod. I talked about him on the stock market last week, and he's been, I think, 95 is his lowest score. So, yeah, look, going all right. Can he rank Bice, Trainer, O'Sullivan, Reed? Bice,
Jeez.
for me,
Nice number
1.
one.
O'Sullivan, 2. And then
Then Trainer.
Trainer Reed?
Yeah, because Trainer's probably be getting about 15 touches or so. Reed's hanging around 10.
All right. Beautiful. 8% owned apparently Clark. Yeah, he's good play, Jordan Clark. Really rate Clark.
I got him.
Jason, after having a couple of rounds with the flex now, how important is having a play with DPP in there? Think you're putting Briggs in there?
I reckon so. I reckon DPP is good because the last 2 weeks I've had to work it because I've only had a mid only, and then this week I had a forward only. So it was.
It's handy, but I'd say that a nice move may even be to go Bice in your flex this week if you haven't got a defensive rookie to trade out. And keep in mind, at the end of round 6, we'll have lots of DPP as well. So I think it'd be easier to have DPP in there long term. Is Baz still an option? Absolutely, isn't he? Yeah, absolutely. Mick, nobody wants to know about Humpty and Moraes. Another week in Supercoach. Yeah, that's right, mate. A week is a long time in Supercoach. Matt Roberts, keep for another week. Most of us are saying yes, mate. Carnage on the rookies is absolute joker bloke business. People that have Laylor, Cos, and Reed, we 1 to 2 primos ahead in a few weeks with aggressive trading. If you add Scoops' boy Murphy Reed to that as well,
I think that's what he was meaning. I think that's what he meant.
Yeah. Bice as well. Yeah, that's looking really good. If you faded Smith, can you still have? Yep, yes. I think you still got to get him in, mate. G'day, fellas. 4,000 in the bank, 31 trades. All 3 boosts, just like me, Jakey boy. Being aggressive, mate. I just trade out Stone for Clay Hall. I have Sam, DeConning, and Flynn Callaghan. I want to use one more trade. Do I hold Callaghan or DeConning?
I reckon hold Callaghan.
Trade Callaghan.
Because DeConning, you could have like Dice, Trainer, Cos. They're all scoring similar.
Hello.
Hey,
I'll tell you what, I don't think we've had 10 before. I think this is actually.
I think it's actually the max that StreamYard allows, to be honest.
Yeah,
that's correct.
It would. I had people waiting before, so apologies to anyone that was. I just couldn't get you in at the time. Anthony, how long is Nod looking at the sidelines? We don't know at the moment.
It seems like the commentators were saying that Nod wasn't that bad, but because it was the fourth quarter, they decided to sit him. That's what they said, because he was away from the group at 3/4 time getting his ankle strapped, and I thought he's going to come back on. And then
he did a run through, I think, or a test on the boundary,
but he must have failed it.
Well, there you go. That's always the ladies, man. He's got the knowledge of a doctor as well. So there we go.
So I was watching your games today, so I knew.
I've got something all over the Freo game quickly.
No, anything's better than watching last night with North Melbourne, Corey.
Oh, Big J. J.
Oh,
I've got something with the Freo game too.
Oh.
Big J, did you hold Sheasel?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I don't want to. I don't want to talk about Sheasel.
I was considering, I got rid of Horn Francis 2 weeks ago, so the 150 kind of hurts. But Sheasel was already losing cash, and I was like, hey, if I can hold him, then if in round 12 I have to offload him, then cool, at least he doesn't have a game that week, versus trying to offload him halfway through and dodge money and whatever. We'll see how he goes.
Legend. Saligo, if you're on the Saligo train, mate, congratulations. Very well done. That's been an elite pick. Also, Grey Supercoach Pro on steer clear of 600k primos. Can't afford it. Need to go underpriced primos.
Yeah, so, I think that's the way to go. Yep. I'm just outside of getting Dunkley in this week, which is really frustrating. But I think majority of the competition is going to end up getting Brayshaw in if they don't have him. So
stay away. He's somewhat of a pod for me, everyone. Rozee and
it's not when he's averaging 120 at sub 600.
Oh man, it's come on, I've got one good pick on my side. Stay away. Rozee and Foz to Whitfield and Trav, I reckon for me. Yep, good on you, mate. Sweet. Yep. Jace with LDU now at 520k. Is he a good option?
No,
not at the moment. Not at the moment.
Don't stay away. Just stay away.
Don't. From the North Melbourne man himself.
North needs to fix their problems before LDU even becomes like a viable option. It just doesn't work otherwise.
Theo, Satis Merrick Bice for Campo, Callaghan, Bo Allen.
If Sardis is back at, well, I mean, you're getting rid of a premium, but if Callaghan's not scoring over 100, then, I mean, I don't know.
It's not a premium, though.
Been Callaghan.
Yeah,
Theo,
Not a premium.
if you haven't already spent like 15 trades, I don't mind it because it basically resets your cash gen. Camporelli potentially comes back this week. Bo Allen's never going to come back, and Callaghan's losing your money. So right now, having money is really important. If you can make a bunch of money off these three players, which I think's what will happen, I don't mind the trade. Just make sure you haven't already spent like 9 trades and now you're doing like another one without upgrading players in the team.
Imagine using 9 trades, Big J. Mick.
Me.
Sub risk. Mate, I'm talking about me, mate.
Me too.
Embarrassed.
Me too.
Big J, what are we doing, mate? Magic. No, I don't think side is a sub risk. Magic goes no, so doesn't think he's a sub risk. Neil looking better or hard to tell versus Richmond. Look, pretty much, mate. If Neil doesn't cop a tag, he's going to score well. That's pretty much the way I looked at it. Like, I think it's pretty simple.
I think Brisbane have a few tag targets coming up, don't they?
Well, we're right in the next couple of weeks, and we play St Kilda. So we've got Dogs and then Collingwood, who traditionally should be okay-ish, I think. But
the Saints,
then
he's
the Saints.
Juicy. I wanted Dunkley, but it's either Neil or Ashcroft for me. I want to get a Brisbane and I want to get a Freo player in just because they're looking good.
I feel for George when trading out Ashcroft.
And Horn Francis, I think he did last week too.
Who did he trade Ashcroft to?
Who did he trade Ashcroft to? I can't remember.
You brought in Jerry.
Sherry for him because he had Matt Flynn too.
That's not that bad.
Dr. Seuss. Fix Flynn.
But losing 230s though is pretty bad.
And he's God just held on to Flinny all the way. If you get bailed out of jail here, mate, like I'm going to be sick.
Oh, that is a beautiful background.
Mate,
there we go.
Watch. Flinny boy, he'll ton up this week. He'll come back, he'll ton up, and he's gonna make 250k. We'll get to 500k.
Mate, please. When a DPP changes, end around 6, boys, yeah?
Someone commented. Someone commented that.
End of this week. Tim Mitchell confirmed end of this week.
Beautiful. Accidentally switched Baz to my captain to Holmes from Neil, who I'd see all week. Bad luck, mate. You win some, you lose some with the C, don't you? Wesels is McCluggage hype, nearly 20% CBA's higher than last year, and playing out of his skin. My little fella Max, actually. Shout out to Max. He scored like a 21-something this week. He's got like the big O on his side. Had Will Ashcroft, captain the Clug. Just had a ripping week, did Maxie. So yeah, good on you, mate.
Your kids are pretty good at Supercoach DR from memory.
Look, they're not too bad. Max is very.
I still remember when your son captain Tex Walker and got like 2,900 one.
Yeah, they go all right, but look, he's still got Kyle Lohman sitting on the bench. It's like, why just let Lohman, mate? It's let them go, live and learn. How do you get your chat up?
Ask Causa.
I've got a little thing here on the backstage, mate, that I can show comments and all that, buddy. Lizard held thin through the bye rounds with TDK. Sherry Gorn with huge break evens. Injury clouds. Would the council still take Gorn or ride the flex for a week? Would have to boost and drop nod for the dollars.
I've seen quite a few people with Flynn go up to Briggs. So I think Briggs is pretty comparable price rise to what you want to look for, right?
All right.
Flynn's coming back, Big J, mate.
Cool.
Ooh. Now,
I'm just happy Max Swan actually scored over 100 this week because that was fun.
Big bad Maxi. Now, Yaron Gartner, Yaron, you are an absolute legend, mate. You've done this before as well. Hey, lads, just woke up. Ripping score of 1838 this week.
Jeez, that's
Gives a little something towards Jack's bat. Thank you very much, mate. You are an absolute legend. Please, mate, please comment or send me a DM. any player that you want, I'll give you an individual slide on the stocky, mate, just to say thank you. It's only something very, very small. But for anyone that doesn't know, we are raising money for Jack's bat. So a lovely fella that I know, I actually used to teach this kid, and he's a ripping cricket player, very talented. We're trying to raise enough money to buy a really decent cricket bat for him. He's a star. He plays some representative cricket as well. So thank you very much for that, mate. You are an absolute champion, Aaron. Thank you, my friend. And we've got Mitch Shepherd here as well. 30.99, both you legends. Just put myself in debt with the first health, but can't miss a chance to give money for the bat. Love the content, boys. Keep it up, mate. You are an absolute superstar. Please send me a DM, mate, both of you blokes, and I'll have something for you blokes, just as a little way of saying thank you. You are absolute champions. Thank you. You are ripping lads. I've had to get the chat up. Flynn, I think we're here. What rookies are you guys looking at bringing in? Hall and Travaglia. I think we've talked a lot about Hall and Travaglia. Look, not must-haves, but
are you guys keen on Dudley from Freo?
No.
Well, because last week when he played West Coast, he had like 2 goals and a lot more touches for that score. And then today, it didn't look like. I don't think it's must-have.
What's his job security like?
I think he'll play every week.
No,
Like,
I think he.
I don't think he leaves.
I reckon he goes when Walters comes. I reckon if Walters is back,
Right.
Well, Five will be back soon too.
Walters. Well, I don't think Walters will come back for a while.
Walters is not
Hayden
coming
Young
back,
will be back.
man.
Hayden Young.
Five and Hayden Young.
I don't see him.
Fife, yeah.
Well, Walter's last game was that Indigenous. What was the Indigenous game? That's his last game.
The All-Stars one.
Like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's going to be his
He's going to
last
retire
game.
at the end of the year. I heard.
Yeah, 100%.
So Dudley's 99k, and
Yep.
if he can get through, Freo's got 2 games. Who are they playing? Richmond, and they've got 2 easy games coming up.
D's.
That's an easy fixture these days, isn't it?
Yeah, if he can get 4 or 5 games under his belt and make 150k, he'd be a good pick.
Worth trading TDK. Hope, yeah. Well, that's what we can do, mate. So if Pito's in, are you blokes trading, or are you going to give it a week?
No,
I'm going to.
You've got to give it a week.
He's waiting for me.
Yep. All right. So no Balupa. We're not thinking at the moment, mate. Pez went to JHF and now apparently Cripps. Think he's going to be hurting a few Primo Supercoach scoring over the season. Neil definitely the one to tag from Brizzy. I hope not Magic, mate. I bloody hope not. Brother in the top left, got to stop cracking up the dog in the bottom right. I don't know.
Is that me? I just generally laugh at a lot of things because my mind is, here, there, and everywhere.
Filthy, absolutely filthy, Scobes. Yep. I wish SC could separate tall and small forwards. Imagine having to field at least 2 or 3 tall forwards. Be interesting, wouldn't it?
Oh, nah, that'd be shit.
Nah, you're going.
We just pick midfielders in the forward line. We don't pick forwards in the forward line. So
true.
And defenders that are wrongly given positions at the start of the season.
Yeah,
good point, mate.
That's just how Australian works as well.
There we go. Was he a 1 week wonder? I don't really like cheese. Is asking. Oh, sorry, yes. 1 year wonder.
Oh, he's still good. He's still a gun.
You're saying no? You still got hope for him?
I'm going to say yes.
Yes?
Look, he's not a 1 year wonder. No, he's not a 1 year wonder. Did he get tagged last night?
Don't think so.
No.
Didn't tell you.
No, definitely not.
If we need to trade TDK, who for? He's got Sherry. Jeez, I'm not keen on anyone.
Well, he's basically a straight top Max Gorn. He's only 8k less.
Are you trading into Max Gorn?
No. So I have Gorn Cherry at the moment. I think Cherry's fine as long as I'm a little bit worried when Big Harry comes back. But I think they'll use him as second forward ruck anyway if Pitnet's forced into the team. So it's more just when it's Pitnet and then it's Silvani and then like stuff's getting clogged up that he can't have a role in the side. But cool, if he doesn't main ruck, he'll second ruck for 40% of the game and then play forward for the rest. And, they'll actually have a marking target. So could end up scoring better.
Going to be interesting. I hope, Peter. I hope we don't need.
You know who he's actually getting traded for, though?
Who?
A future first round pick.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
No, they don't have to have that pit in their problem next year, hopefully.
No.
They can just start him. Or Hudson O'Keefe.
There you go. See, Scoops is going bang. That's what he does here. Boys, do we know who the lowest break even? I'll just have a
It'll be
look
Bice. It'll be the lowest break.
It's got to be Bice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Bice,
negative 98, followed by Clay Hall, negative 78. Dudley, negative 69. Trainer at negative 51. Very nice. Erasmus, negative 50. May not come back in. Then you got Archer Reed, Campo, and Sandy.
Archer Reed was good again today.
Yeah, Archer Reed was such a miss. Like, we've all got Boyd at up 3. You could add Archer Reed. And then
I think that
slowly making cash every week, it would have been nice.
I think his last quarter, third quarter or last quarter of that Brisbane game where he had like 2 goals at the end of a quarter, that somehow got him confidence now because now he's done okay since that moment in that Brisbane game.
Yeah, I think Janath done a quick Boyd to Archer Reed swap in round 0, I think it was.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then he did Murphy Reed last week.
And he did, he did Campo to Murphy Reed and
Yeah, it was all on the Bailey Dale train with me. He just jumped off the station.
What do you expect from a shifty Carlton bloke?
Oh, there we go. Jono goes bangs. Carlton again. Is Isaac Rankinworth trading in anytime soon or what? Well, we're looking at a different score if the free kick's awarded, aren't we? Most likely. We're probably
But also, he did have his calf strapped, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's not great.
Tell you what, I feel bad for Adelaide fans, right? Last year got stuffed. Or last year or the year before got stuffed.
2 years ago.
This game got stuffed as well.
Last year with Draper.
Yeah. And Ben Keys.
Ben Keys. And Ben Keys.
Dawson. Come on, Scobes, you know that.
I know Gold Coast is the Adelaide's love child, but come on, guys. Seriously.
Well, if Geelong was in that position.
Oh, sorry, go Scoops.
Oh, you're right. Imagine if Geelong was in Adelaide's position, we wouldn't be talking about it because they would have got it all their way like they always do.
Yeah.
Or drive by to Geelong.
Get it all their own way.
Oh, anyone Geelong related. Especially Dangerfield.
Going all the way back to free agency, I think it was Nathan Bock when he was really good. Then Davis, Gunston goes. We get Charlie. They've lost a few players. Big Kurt Tippett back in the day. Coops, hello StreamYard. Hello, my man. Oh, here's a legend. Steve from SDS. Hey, brother. G'day, lads. So many legends on the screen. I'm getting the tingles. Steve-O's getting a little bit excited at the moment. What do you guys think about trading in Sardis after trading him out? Scobes is giving the fist pump there. Silly move on my behalf.
Why would you not want a rookie priced at 190K that's going to average 170 for the next 2 months?
There we go. You've heard
it
first,
mate. You got to be
I had Elijah Sardis. I had him, and then I dumped him.
I dumped him for Henderson. That was a
mistake, mate.
Well, no, you want to know what was a rookie mistake? I never do this, and I always tell people not to do it, but I did it for one reason. I dumped Harry Sheasel last week. When you mentioned Sheasel before, I didn't like that because Clarko did not play him if he was playing as a half back, I would have kept him, but he was playing half forward, and when he plays as a forward, Supercoach-wise, he scores shit. So, and he was all over the place, quarter by quarter changing, so I just dumped it. Yeah. And then I got Zorko and put him captain this week, so awesome.
Mate, so many people.
I got burnt with the Zorko captain too. Don't worry.
Yeah, I was going to do Neil, but then I was worried he was going to get tagged after 2 performances that I had him captain for getting tagged in.
And then McIntosh gets subbed out.
Yeah, McIntosh wearing a headband get noticed.
Yeah, disgraceful Scoops, I reckon, mate. 23, Cozzy captain Callaghan, bad luck, mate. There you go, Scoops. It probably has been about an hour, mate. I reckon you're right on the timing there, mate. Maybe I'm not the only one sleeping in my St Kilda jersey. No, I think you've got 2 other blokes on stream here with you, Ross. Congrats to the Sainers, mate. Good to see you guys having some success. Frankie, should I look to hold or boost Ned Long, depending on the results for Nod?
No,
he's been a good player.
I wouldn't keep him.
He's been a handy player, pickup wise for Collingwood, not just Supercoach, but in general, he's been pretty bloody solid.
Hasn't he? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Scoops had to go giving the camera to the neighbour.
Yes.
Oh, it had to be the next morning, Scoops.
Denise or something.
She was, Denise,
I forgot about that.
She was very thankful though, and unfortunately didn't get the job. But that's all right. What's meant to be is meant to be. So lovely lady, and absolute ripper she is. Not to Marek, boys.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
If long enough.
I think I'll do that if O'Driscoll's out this week.
I'll have to think
Happy
of
to do
something
that.
else.
Yeah. I mean, Marek scoring today was just like a classic. Like,
it was ridiculous. Like at one stage in the game,
scoring, like what was
he
he
1.6 times? He was like 1.6 times higher than
14 Dream Team and 42 Supercoach at one point. It was just
and then all of a sudden in the third quarter it went down. Like when the game was over.
In the third quarter, that was the problem.
On that game, I captained Jesse Hogan in draft.
Oh, Jono, nice, mate. From the bag of 9. That's a bloody pod. Beef burgers or chicken burgers? This will decide what I redeem from grilled. My free burger in the name of the Brizzy win. I'm always a chicken burger man myself.
Beef.
Yeah.
Beef.
As Dick Clayton says, chicken burger.
Brad's just put his hand over his face and he's gone. So I've walked into something here terribly. I don't know what it is. But
I know what it is. I don't see what's funny about it, but apparently there's a thing if you say it like that, it's funny or something. I don't know.
I'm the only one that's lost here, I think. But good on you. Well played, Gerbs. Well played, mate. Should we abolish no sugar soft drinks? Chizo just wants to knock everyone off here with the diabetes and stuff. They don't taste too good though, Cheese.
No, that's shit.
Yeah, no good. Is Fraser a must trade? A must trade?
I'd say yes, because a rookie's scoring like they're scoring better than Freya at the moment. For like 200k cheaper.
It depends on how much money you got left over and if you're having to waste a second trade just to do an upgrade properly. I suppose it depends on all that. Or do you just downgrade him to buys or someone like that if you didn't have someone like that already? Like you said, with the money in price.
That's fair because some people don't want to trade. Well, you don't want to trade out your trainers, your read. So I think that's a fair move, Scoops, if you want to get off him, mate.
Yeah.
I'm going to skip the next chicken burger question because I really don't know about that. I'm thinking Brad's all over it. You have to tell me.
I know what it means. It's this guy on
Corner's on it as well.
Yeah, I know. Because it's this guy. It's this guy on like TikTok and that. He always.
Oh, I don't TikTok, mate.
Chicken burger.
Yeah, that's him.
I don't TikTok.
Clayton.
I'm thinking short to a primo and either Callaghan or Rozee downgrade for now. Short out will make you feel a lot better, I reckon, mates. Bro, it's 11 p.m. Why are you live, Mr. K? Oh,
it's school holidays, so it doesn't matter.
Hello, everyone. Opinions aside on the situation, do we think Noah Bolter coming back affects trainer this week and in the coming weeks? That's a good question. Bradley?
I don't think
she'll come back at all.
Bolter will come back for a while anyway. I reckon the media have sort of hung him up to dry with what's going on. So I think trainer's job security is fine. Like he's shown his scoring and the way he plays anyway. Like he's got one of the best kicks I've seen, especially for a player of his age. So even if Bolter came back, they'd find a spot for trainer regardless. I think he's a fine pick anyway. So no need to worry about him at all.
Really impressive, mate, watching him live on the weekend as well, mate. Yeah, really held his own. What are your thoughts on Jusla? What are your thoughts on holding off on a Sinclair Whitfield to pick up a Neil Dacos this week?
I would probably grab Neil and Dacos when they're at their lowest price, which I think they've still got a little while to go. Potentially the next week or the week after. So grab the guys. Maybe not Sinclair because he's very much on the rise, whereas Whitfield's break-even still 107. So
I'm
basically
going
done that
Dacos.
for 3 weeks.
Nowhere near Dacos at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, he's not. I'm not happy with him.
What's he done, Scoops?
He can't even crack 100 for the best player in the comp.
Oh, well,
footy.
That's because he's not the best player in the comp.
Phil Thorpe's the best rated at the moment. So,
was that champion data? They're so perfect, aren't they?
Criminal Scoops, I say. Criminals.
Oh, another dono.
Yaron, thank you very much. I think that
That's
was
the same one.
Yeah, you did this one already.
You're a legend, Yaron. Thanks, man. Is it worth jumping on Will Ashcroft over Neil and Dunkley?
No.
That's the question for you, DR.
I'm going to say no.
Well, I'm going to say no. Look, if you dead set ask me at the moment, would I rather Will Ashcroft or Neil? It's Will Ashcroft at the moment, just due to price and scoring and all the rest. But I think Dunkley is probably the man out of the three at the moment. I just think he's super safe. He's not going to give you a crappy score. He can give you a ceiling score. I like Dunkley out of the three, to be honest, mate. Pies are at fault, says Mick, for making Finn look like Peter Matera. We all got trapped. That is a gun comment. A bit of Peter Matera love. You boys are most of you are probably too young to appreciate Peter Matera, but absolute gun was Peter Matera like. Absolute gun for West Coast back in the day. Not the Scoops hijack again. We love Scoopsy here. No hijacking here. Get some Avengers vibes with Mighty Scoops. Oh, so Scoops, you're getting all the love here, mate.
Yeah, this is the second I joined too. So that shows how far behind you are. But that's a good thing. That means you get a lot of good comments, or not, maybe not them ones, but you get some good comments and good engagement.
Exactly. Wherever you go, Scoops, like a walking advertisement, mate. Now I want a serious question, Scoops, because you obviously know with your massive Facebook page and all the rest, mate. Just walked out the front door just to get the newspaper from the letterbox, mate, and there's someone there just trying to take a couple of happy snaps of you, great man.
I don't know. I'm not. Yes, not outside home. The second I step outside Southern Cross train station in Melbourne, yes, that's not a piss take. That's a legit. Not every single time. That's not a piss take. I go to the footy, and it's at least probably 3 or 5 times a week.
You're always on the at the AFLW. We always spot you.
Big fan of
Yes, I know. That's right. That's right. Yeah. I went to 40 games last year for the AFLW, which is good.
Oh.
And I know on your world famous podcast as well, Skips, you actually interview some of these AFLW players as well, haven't you, in the past as well, buddy?
I sure have, yeah. AFLW, AFL as well. And I've just had the man on part of the Essendon drugs. I know there's a bomber in the corner here. So Courtney Dempsey, if you remember him, I spoke to him about the drug. I posted about it already, or snippets about the drugs and how they were treated. And it probably gives you a little bit of a different perspective. And he doesn't hold back with his some players like Joe Watson on his that Channel 7 when he was kind of like, level with it, where Courtney Dempsey, he's just an open book. He said what he really thought and what he truly thinks of the AFL and Demetrio and all those people around that time as well.
And they'd only obviously trust giving that story to someone like yourself as well, mate. So absolute kudos to you, Scoops. Tomo Heath, will Callaghan get tagged next week against St Kilda? It is definitely a chance, mate. Definitely.
Oh, the Windy's all over him.
Yeah. And that's partly why I'm like, hey, get rid of Callaghan if you can.
Holy volume. Lizard King. Is that me, maybe? I'm not too sure if I'm yelling in the mic. Sorry if I am. Shano, tough day as a Portman. Oh, Scoops. You're going to let Shane just go here, mate? Or no. Best on ground by the length of the Flemington Straight. Feel for anyone that's sold. Yeah, I sold.
If he doesn't get 3 votes, that would be
well, see, he would know. That's why he's wrote that comment about Horn-Fres, because he knows I don't think he's getting 3s. So that's why he wrote that to pick me off.
Didn't Horn-Francis get 3 votes for some game where he got 15 touches and a goal or something?
Yeah. Yep, that's right. And
one versus GWS. I was actually at that game, and I got no word for that.
That's why the Brownlow's rigged. And there's only one real medal. It's not that one.
What's that, Scoops?
They don't look at the stats. That's why.
Well, yes, true that. They should be allowed to, by the way. The Scoops medal, DR, of course. That's the only one that matters.
Absolutely, mate.
Has the tickets on him. Jesus Christ.
Should I wait a week for Zach?
Yeah, Jack McRae.
Jack McRae. Scoops all over it. Nothing.
Yeah, Volcano made another great comment about him, didn't he?
Yep. See, we need Scoops in the Volcano on one of these celebrity boxing matches. And I tell you what, Kane's going to be embarrassed. That's all I've got to say. Buddy quick on his feet is Scoops.
Hopefully he lasts longer than a week as a firefighter too.
There he goes, bang as well. Absolutely goes bang. Should I bring in Isaac, Rankin, or wait? I think Rankin's going to be a comfortable forward premium, so I think he's cool, mate. Not to Baslenka. Yes, I think we all agree on that if he's injured. Traded Will Ashcroft to Callaghan 2 weeks ago. Worst decision I've ever made.
That's like 200 points nearly.
Oh, Tomo. Lockie Ash Pod. Jeez, I don't know anything about his scoring or no one.
He played really good like today, but it's been like up and down his scoring.
He's getting dressed up there, Jono. Might be getting a free show here. Talk about getting excited, people. Hey, says Big J. This must have been a while ago.
Yep.
About 45.
Balupa. Oh, crikey. All right. Balupa need to trade Leak, Patton, maybe Nevitt and Nod, depending on injury, Hewitt and Stone. Which are the most important trade outs and ins?
Leak, definitely.
Leak, Patton, maybe.
Yeah, well, if Ben Patton actually stayed, he got in. That should be okay for Supercoach at the moment.
Leak played good today in the VFL. He had 2 goals and I think it was 20-something disposals, I think.
You don't remind me. I had to watch that.
To the Saints next year. Oh, he's coming home next year. Scoops out be okay.
Who's that? What, James Leak?
No. The other Leak. Leak Lear.
Oh, yes. He's very good. You know what's funny about him? Do people bag and people say, "Oh, how could you offer him 900k?" Because you're not getting his full potential at GWS because you've got what's his name, Himmelberg, Buckley, Taylor, and Iden as well. Like, of course, he's not going to play ahead of them. They're all superstars, and he'd be playing at every other club every week.
He would be.
That is true. That is absolutely true.
He'd even be Paris Andrews.
I wouldn't be trading Patton anytime soon as well. He's been fantastic for me with the DPP. Allowed me to get Price on field this week over Connor Stone, which worked out quite well. And Patton's had a week of 28 touches this week and like 31 touches last week. So
it was.
I think he's due to come back soon.
What's the hope he never? He's never. Is he managed or is he?
Apparently,
it's Geelong for you.
Geelong said he had plantar fascia, but if he wasn't injured, was going to be in the best 22. So I don't know.
You can't believe that, man.
They talk shit.
And then
they can't believe him. I dead set think it's a troll. Like, he's actually trolling super coaches and fans. I'm actually almost believe that. I cannot
Why would you
stand
put him as emergency then?
Cannot stand.
Really injured.
Well, Geelong always put a lot of their managed players as emergencies, but never plan to play them in the VFL game. So they tend to name them there. If there's a replacement, I feel like they'll put them in. But Geelong do this to everyone. They don't care about their fan base either. They want to troll everybody.
Yeah, I'm absolutely with you, Scoops.
Like
is it too late to bring in? Too late to bring in Cos? Scobes, what do you reckon, mate? Cos? Too late? Ship has sailed, or are you still seeing the world, mate?
Again, like it's negative break even of 19. You can't really loop this for, well, you can, but I highly doubt, unless you've got like a pattern or something. If you're going to bring him in, you'd want to have a look at it, but you need to bank on a decent score this week. Like, it's same with like every rookie. He's had obviously turned up, looked fantastic. I reckon his job security is solid. Like, down at Geelong, I know, Scoops has just given them a massive bashing for their injuries, but they're not going to just hand out a number 14 for any, just Joe Blow. Like, this kid's a superstar.
That's a very good point.
No, he's been good, Connor O'Sullivan.
Yeah.
And I don't know, from a statistical standpoint, you're locking in bias over him 100%.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think I wouldn't be bringing him in necessarily because you'd want like 100 plus this week, and I don't think that's a massive assurity.
He sort of played Jack Henry's role when he got injured, so that's why he started going better. And also, 13 marks isn't going to happen all the time as well.
If you look at
marks defenders against Melbourne was just
if you look at
out of control.
If you look at all the Geelong defenders on Friday night, they all scored pretty well.
Yeah, Guthrie.
Like even Zach Guthrie
18
timed, I think.
marks.
17. Yeah. Ridiculous.
Well, I've got it with Melbourne this week. Who are you fielding out of Trainer, Bice, Reed, Pryor?
Trainer and Bice.
How many are we fielding? 2 out of the 4?
Yeah.
I'm going Trainer and Bice personally.
Yeah.
Bice,
Trainer. Yep.
Yep.
You didn't say O'Sullivan in that, did you?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Again.
I wouldn't discount Zach Reed. I think
not
Melbourne's forward line aren't great. So
Will Ash
5 marks inside 50. Melbourne.
Ouch, Mick. There's a side mirror. Ask God here. What do we reckon? What do we reckon is better if not he's out?
Might want to finish that.
Yeah,
I know. I can tell what they mean. Who would you bring in if he's out?
Probably have to just go Clay Hall if he's named.
Yeah, Clay Hall seems probably like the main man, doesn't he? With the Bombers, Jonas and Tycoons having 2 early first-round picks, do you think they could make a play for Harley Reid?
I think that's their plan.
Yeah.
A lot of Bombers fans saying, "Hey, we want Harley Reid and make it happen." It's just about the team facilitating it, really.
Scoops, you're the man with the connections here.
Yes.
What's your ear heard, mate? What
on Harley Reid?
What have you heard in that little ear, mate?
Well, I mean, you'd think realistically he's definitely leaving West Coast, but Chad Warner seems to keep making these little hints at that Channel 10 airport stop. He's in West Coast, right? And then doing some more Harley Reid gestures, giving the finger to people. He said he was supporting Harley Reid in that derby. So he's making these teasers that he could go there. Chad Warner, that is. That was if Harley would stay, which I doubt it. In terms of Essendon, or was that meant to be Richmond? Is that meant to mean, or is that someone else in that comment?
With the Bombers,
Because Richmond's got North's first round.
Yeah, so I think he's saying both have early first round picks.
Yeah, they got North's first round pick as well.
Okay, well, I mean, I suppose he technically would have to wanted to go there to be considered. People keep saying Essendon and Hawthorn. I mean, I would love to start checking Hawthorn's unlimited salary cap like Geelong got, if that's the case. And then in terms of Essendon, who would want to go there?
Scoops, if you are Harley Reid, and you are the Harley Reid of content creators, mind you, as you know, mate, are you choosing Tigerland or Windy Hill? Where are you going? If you're Harley Reid and the Tigers and the Bombers, it's an identical contract.
Yeah.
All the same thing. Where are you going?
Well, that's hard. He's got age on his side, so I would have to. Well, ideally, I'd say no one. But if you have to choose one, probably Richmond, only because they're going to have about 12 or so first-round picks for 3 years in a row, and if Hill's probably be mid-20s by then. And if Essendon got some okay players at that younger age, but then they got some middle-age fringe players, and they haven't got really any big-name key forwards, do they? They don't have any key forwards. Peter Wright, I know he's injured, but they didn't like him at the back end of the year. Then I can't even name any that they got none.
Yeah, Reed, Place is saying here in the chat, right at the bottom, Reed's good mates with Caddy and Xavier Dersma.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
And then Dersma, the sister, is his girlfriend.
Yeah, yes.
As well.
Correct.
So.
Interesting. Okay, bit of a connection there, possibly. Rollo bloke Oath Rollinson. That's a bloody good name. Good chance to let people know to like and subscribe on everyone's channels with 200 viewers. Now the channels here, we obviously got Brad, Supercoach Pro, right up the top here. Supercoach God, Jack right below him. Big J from the centre bounce. The man in the middle. Bottom middle, Scoops. You've got to know this, man. It's like, do you know Keanu Reeves? Do you know Barack Obama? Of course we know who Scoops is. The ladies' man is not a content creator, just a heartbreaker. John O'Carroll. What's going on with you, with York? Are you just having a break from the content for the old Jono? Is that right, mate?
I can't squeeze the time in with work at the moment, unfortunately.
Hard worker is Jono, and hard super coach as well. H has been one of my mates' members for a very long time now, and I actually get a little bit of special info from H from time to time. And Scobes, this great man here, is obviously with us in the Swordplay crew now. And this is going to sound rude. I've just realised, how long's Joshy been gone for?
Half an hour.
I'm looking for Joshy.
His computer might have gone flat.
Sorry,
they are. We're not in Perth, you know.
No, he's got work early tomorrow morning, you reckon?
Midnight. I'm gonna have to cruise myself in a sec, I reckon. Good chance
yeah.
that people. Oh, sorry. And I never. It's one thing I don't do. I just don't ask for people to like and subscribe. If you want to, sweet. Thank you very much. Reeve, what do we think is better, Sarong and Sard or Clark and Hall? Sarong, Sard, Clark, Hall. What's wrong? But it means I'd have to get someone in defense for under 130k.
The second one.
Yeah, you could go early on that the West Coast guy that played really well.
Sandy Brock.
Sandy.
Yeah,
He had 9 kicked on him, by the way.
Yeah,
but he still scored 80.
But he got his
As soon as McGovern comes back, he's gone.
You would think so.
Peter Brock's nephew. He's Peter Brock's nephew.
Is he really?
Yep. The commentator said it today on the.
Yeah, son of a legend.
Absolutely. Do you know that
He was
I
that
actually
Gold
wrote
Coast.
off? I'm not even joking, right? I'm not in the cars or anything, but I had an original Peter Brock VK Calais, full body kit, everything, and wrote it off, and all original, and they sell for a pretty penny now, boys. I tell you what. Supercoach Pro, where are the biceps?
Give us a
Where
flex.
are the guns, mate?
Give us a flex. Hey.
Oh, look at that. You can see why he goes on many adventures, this great man here, down St Kilda and all the rest. And I'll tell you, what a great man he is. 2 to 3 on Malters.
Yeah, 2 to 3 weeks, yeah.
2 to 3 weeks. Mike, initial trade thoughts are Rozee Hasty out, Sheasel and Buzz in. Jeez, Rozee, I think that's all right. Or another primo defender.
Is that Bailey Smith he's talking about?
I think so, mate. I think it must be Baz Smith, I think. Jonas, who do you consider as super primos this season? Well, it's easy almost down back, isn't it? Like Sheasel,
when he comes back.
Zorko, Whitfield. Whitfield, Sinclair, Zorko, probably for me. Maybe Sheasel. Midfielders I'm struggling with at the moment. Who are our premium midfielders, boys?
It's really interesting because we just got given another one, and I think we'll get whenever Bont's back, we'll get another one as well. But Zach Butters just come back and already started punting up in his first game. So there's a few of them out there.
Tommy Green.
Oh, he needs 40 touches to get the ton, though.
Oh, he needs 2 goals today to score well.
He gets screwed a lot.
McRae's you got to call him at
Will Ashcroft.
Yeah, McRae's pulling up great stats. The top of the stat board in most of the key stats: clearances, tackles, score involvements, and contested possessions.
Take that, Bevo. Take that.
Or Volcano. And Bevo too, yeah.
Nibsy got 5 OK in the bank. Crikey, Nibsy. With Finn Nod in the team, unsure on their positions, who should I aim to upgrade to? 1 up, 1 down, or trade Finn and Nod for Chad Warner and Andy Brayshaw? I like Andy. Chad's a bit early, is it, boys? You reckon? To go Chadley? We just wait on Chad?
Nah, he had illness. He had illness yesterday. That's why he got subbed out at 3/4 time.
Yeah, so I might trade him to
Nah, get Brayshaw and Saligo.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Some Saligo love. Love it.
Oh, so he was crook.
Mick Saka, sorry. If SC separated to forwards and defends, you'd at least resemble a real match. Yeah, so Mick's argument to that is he wants it a bit more realistic, like the real deal. Aria, out of Fridge, Callaghan, and Garcia, which 2 of 3 do I really need to trade out? Now, Scoops, I'm going to ask you and Jono this. When Jack Steele comes back, does Garcia's Tog go to 50-odd%, or is he even sub out of the team?
I reckon he would stay in. I don't think he's guaranteed to stay in though. Steely will take his spot in the side clearly, but yeah. Then Filippo's not too far away, 3 weeks or so if you want to talk longer term. So he'll be out of that midfield starting team anyway. Travaglia has found his way in there a little bit in the first game against Richmond, but definitely him of those 3 names.
My question is, why did Garcia basically stop scoring?
Like, I know he killed it at the start
at half time and then just stopped.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if he was playing midfield, to be honest, after half time. I hardly noticed him after that.
Interesting.
Like, he was almost at 50 points and then just like, I felt bad for not having him in my team and ended up at 54.
Jono, do you think it's a tank thing? Do you think it's Garcia's tank that's...
Well, I know because I went to the game today. I can't remember if it was the late in the third quarter or early in the last that he copped a knee knock to his midriff. So I don't know whether that was...
Oh, okay.
He came back on, but that might have impacted his spot. Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know if that affected him or not, but he was definitely on his haunches for a little bit. But I did see him come back on, but he's definitely a player for the Rise.
Good info, Jono. Brody, thoughts with Finn, Nod, and Zach Reed? Yeah, Finn we're not in love with. Nod, we just hope his injury isn't too bad. And Zach Reed's an absolute hold, mate. Zachy Reed is a hold with that scoring system for sure. Hold Clayton or worth trading? No one's trading Clary, are they?
Not yet. Not yet.
Not at the moment.
I've got more issues to deal with, but if Clary doesn't start scoring 110 pluses, he might be gone.
In saying that, there's no one really to upgrade him to either.
Yeah. Thoughts on Finn, Nod, and Zach Reed to Whitfield, Sardis, and Hall? I don't love trading Zach Reed out.
No, maybe don't trade Zach Reed.
No.
Yeah, hold on to Reed, man.
He could be like Zach Reed could be. If you remember when I think it was it Melican and SDK had like forward and backline eligibility.
Oh, that was
a couple of years ago, and they were both.
It was Paddy McCartan.
Yeah, Paddy McCartan. We just kept him for the whole season. I think Zach Reed's going to be like that, just like our bench cover for the entire season. He's very, very good.
Nice.
Yeah, happy to have him. Furry, what to do about Callaghan? Yeah, talked a lot about him, mate. We're a little bit concerned with the potential tag this week. Noah Bolter will probably fight for his spot. That is very, very clever there. That's Noah Bolter. Oh, geez, I better look again. Stacey, hey, Stace. Love the content, boys. Thank you very much. I'm a newbie to Supercoach. Welcome to a great game and a very stressful game at times as well, depending on how you're going. I'm thinking of trading out Callaghan, Sam Taylor, and Rozee for So Callaghan, Sam Taylor, Rozee for Whitfield, Bice, and the Clug. Thoughts using my third boost? I would personally say, Stacey, it's not worth using your third boost at this stage. Who are we saying? Okay, boys. So, Stacey, if we're saying to Stacey, maybe don't use your boost, who are the two trade outs here? Callaghan, Taylor, and Rozee.
Taylor plays St Kilda, so I don't know. But
Sam Taylor from GWS?
Yes.
Yeah. So
what's he scoring?
He scored 9. What did he score today?
I'm going to look at now.
I can't remember. It was 80 something, I think.
66.
66.
I would trade Sam Taylor.
And he's 400k.
Less upside, you reckon?
Yeah. I'll trade Sam Taylor and
Rozee.
Yeah, one of Rozee. Yeah, probably Rozee over Callaghan.
Because he's more highly owned.
I don't mind all those 3 ins though for those 3. That's probably part of where you're going to benefit as well. That looks way better with those 3 ins than the other ones.
Whitfield Bice 100% if you haven't got Bice.
Yeah.
And Whitfield 100%. Yeah.
Clug's a massive pod.
Could you even just do Taylor to Bice and to avoid doing that third one and then worry about the other one?
I don't mind that.
Taylor to Bice, just do one trade.
Yeah. Then, do the other one or one of the other 2.
I don't mind that. Taylor all the way down to Bice. Yeah, that's good.
Next week in the bank, who's doing good, who's got the good run for a midfielder.
Like it, all the best, Stace. Rogue, bringing in mid-primo into 600k, torn between Nando Sarong, and Will Ashcroft.
I'm saying Nando.
Yeah, that's just bias.
No, it has got North, but it has got North and Richmond, the next two. So
Yeah,
Well, they
jump-
know Anderson.
Yeah,
I jumped on the
he's
Noah
got a very juicy, very, very juicy run. He should have scored a lot better today too. I think he was on like 60 points at halftime, and then
Yeah, it
just
was.
taped off a little bit.
59.
So they started
59.
tagging Rowell, and it didn't really work, and then they went off to Nando at the end. So I think he's very, very good.
Let's leave that one on screen there. And
Yes.
Only Jonas.
Good work,
Mick,
there.
The CDSC combination doesn't really appreciate key positions. Mick's on this. He wants it to reflect the real deal, does Mick? And he's got his position. I respect his position. He's very strong on that. Is Mick? He's laughing. Is JCR. Nightfall, Callaghan to JHF. Geez, but trade him in now all of a sudden. You wouldn't believe it. A week's a long time in Supercoach, isn't it? Nevitt, Nod, Lindsay, or Campo to who? Who has to go? Already have Bice, Trainer, Reed, Patton, 192k in the bank.
if you can get Campo to somehow, you can get Campo to marriage somehow with that bank.
Well, and then if O'Driscoll's out, though, that'll make it easier if he's out for, say, 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, and then you can go a rookie down, maybe.
Campo might be back this week, though.
Yeah, I think
he
he's
only had
back.
18. He only had 18 disposals in the VFL today.
His brother got more today, didn't he? Ben got more.
Yeah, got
touches
20.
than-
Saturday night, that was, yeah. Yeah, Ben
still
did better
might be-
than Lucas.
Yeah.
Might be enough to get a spot in Carlton.
Imagine if
Sorry,
the other
they're the same
Campo
player
comes in.
anyway. So
They're going to do it, Carlton. Bossy's going to do it. He's going to bring the other Campo in. So you're going to see Camporelli named, and then you're going to look closely, and it's going to be B, not an L.
We'll just wait for Abs's info. We'll just wait for Abs's info.
Hey. Mick, said to myself, I'll say trades the next few weeks. I'm here chopping and changing to get Shees back in. It's like that, mate.
This is the way.
Yeah. Pato, I got Foz and Lindsay and Nod. Who needs to go? Foz? Are we all saying Foz?
Foz.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a non-scoring Nod in my team than Foz. Like I can't stand the pick. Did Kane?
This is a good one.
Dodgy.
I think so. I think I remember this.
Did Kane Corns trade out Shees in his Supercoach? Doesn't want him to get junk disposals and return to his spud centre half forward role.
Yeah, he did say that.
He did say this. See, this is exactly why. So first he hates on Jack McRae for actually doing something, and now he's hating on Harry Sheasel for doing something. There's a trend here.
No good, Volcano. Give yourself a whack, mate. Give yourself an uppercut, says Scoops. Graz, thoughts on Nod and SPP?
I didn't say that.
No, he didn't. Sorry, I said that on his behalf. I think that's fine. American Andy, Nod and SPP. Yep. I think we'd all agree on that one. All good.
Yeah, not bad, Gavin.
Everything 106 at D4. Yeah, nice, man. Going under the radar for me. Placey, hey, legend. Hey, lads, thinking of moving Callaghan on and looking at Brayshaw Libertype.
Yeah.
I think we all like that, mate.
Libby didn't go as good today, though. But
Yeah, slowed up a little bit, didn't he? Jeez, he's been good, though, carrying that team. Placey, Reedy is good mates with Caddy and also Zave Dersma. Nice. Tell you what, Essendon fans would be up and about. H would be a little bit excited up there if Harley Reid came into the hangar.
Zane might leave Essendon too. I mean, North. Zane Dersma.
Yeah, potentially. But hopefully we get a first round pick out of it. So won't matter too much.
it's hard
Wait,
because
just
he's not going to
floats
get
in the air. Yeah, I don't mind Dersma. Roberts for Shees and Nod for Satis. Gives me Sinclair, Zorko, Whitfield, Shees. Wow. Sinclair, Zorko, Whitfield, Shees. Bias
She's whiz. That's good.
Oh, Scoops. There we go with the little drop. Oh, very nice, mate.
Oh, Scoops, that was terrible.
I mean, DR gave me the little what do you call it? To finish the sentence because he started it. He said, "Geez."
No. It was very good, mate. Very good. Rookie coach. He's back. Damn, the disrespect for JG. Oh, I didn't mean that, mate. That was, it's because I'm looking at all these lovely gentlemen on the screen. I can't get too distracted.
Yeah.
Brock used to, jeez. That's a bit slanderous. Eddie Richards hold or trade. I was spewing after the first week. I didn't go through with Ed, but now I'm happy.
No.
How did he even score? Did he dud it up? Did he, Ed Richards?
In the last quarter, he
was good in the last quarter.
Yeah, the last quarter helped him save his score.
Back. Cheers, boys. If I was like 8 questions, just answered them all off the night now. Cheers, brother. I'll tell you what. How many more have we actually?
I think I have to head off, fellas. I'll catch you guys later. I'm going to do my team video, and then I'm off to bed. So
beautiful, mate.
Nice.
Good to see you, brother. We've got 5 more questions here, and we're going to end. We're at almost 2 hours, 50 minutes. These are epic.
Good job.
Yeah. Sorry, lads. Laptop died. I should go to bed now. Got to work at 6:30. Love topping on. Cheers, God. Good on you, mate. Good to have you on, buddy. Placey, there's still 150 people watching at the moment. That's that's absolutely bananas.
Insane.
Cheers for your support, guys. Placey, and it's a Sunday night at 12:15. That is unbelievable.
It was like last week as well.
Yeah, last week was nuts as well, man.
Yeah, Denise would know.
Oh, Denise, just waiting. Where is this man? Was ready to trade SBP this week until his 30-point last quarter.
Yeah, he was massive.
Love that.
You've got to hold SPP because as soon as that the prior week's score goes out, his break even resets.
Yeah, JG's big on that as well. I know.
He should have got pinged. He should have got pinged holding the ball in the third quarter.
Yeah. Mick, Ben Patton's been my best pick. Been flinging him around everywhere. Makes a good captain.
Yep, that's why I kept him this week.
Patton, the Supercoach town bike. All right, Joni. Oh, geez, I didn't read it. Yeah, no, I think it's right. AFL website has an article on the front page around the grounds and shows all the relevant AFL players who could come in. Beautiful, mate. Thoughts on bringing in Jake Lloyd, Danger, and Fife? No one is taking the P155 there, mate. Brody might have been all stacked. Sinclair, Zorko, Whitfield, Shees, Dale, and Roberts.
Jesus.
Please tell me, if you're still here, mate, comment what the rest of your team is, please.
And the rank.
I would be so interested to see what the rest of your team looks like, man.
And then imagine if he has that and then has Bice as the flex player to add an additional.
Tell you what.
Everything
was over 110 this week.
Defensive, Evan. Lads, which DJ Gardner Holmes, very nice there. DJ Gardner Holmes, that's it. Lads, which do you prefer? And I respect the use as well, just a bit of boganism there as well. Which do you prefer, and why? Callaghan for either Nanderson or Diaz, Boy, Chocky, Neil?
I've got both, so I don't want to be biased.
You'll never get tagged.
Are we going the Noah Coaster? Buy a ticket?
Yeah.
Already on that. So.
No, Neil.
Neil, Scoops is different.
It's a tough one.
Here we go. The Supercoach Marathon stream says Jonas, fresh after round, has just finished. Are the best. Thanks, fellas. Appreciate you, mate. And remember, Brad got us all nice and wet. Nice and wet. Nice and warmed up.
Yes, he definitely does.
Just like Causa. The ladies, man. I was meant to say
warm to get around that fella.
I was meant to say warmed us up with your stream, mate. Like you warmed up the stream and you. Oh, brother. All right. And we're going to finish off here. Dodgy Malak. I'll say Supercoach content in general is on the rise. Another goated stream this week, lads. Appreciate you, man.
I've got an exclusive for you to wrap it up for you, if that's what you're doing. I got a good. It's been bubbling away. I haven't really posted it myself because it's probably not a big one, but it's not a trade related one. It's relating to the mid-season draft in terms of players to look out for. Now, Dom Brew would be one that. Dom Brew, DR, would be one clearly on the radar. He had another 30 over like 14, 16 clearances again. How Bulldogs didn't pick him is unbelievable. And he would have done well for them now with Treloar and Bond. Right?
Agree, mate.
Correct.
Now, his two teammates from Werribee, they always seem to produce great plays. They're Hudson Garoni and Harry, I think it's Harry Grintle. they're the two names to look out for. They've both been killing it while Riley Bice has been picked up and a few other players over the last few years.
Johnson and
Aiden Johnson and a few others, and the other one they got drafted recently. Yeah, so they're ones to, I wouldn't say guaranteed, but they've been killing it for a few years, and they've been flying under the radar because of the other guys that have been picked up. But they'd be two to look for, especially Garoni of the two. But obviously in Don Brew. Werribee are fantastic in the VFL with players coming out.
How many picks there's going to be in the mid-season draft as well?
I read somewhere last week, or not even last week, they said it could be even up to 4 at the moment. There's only 4 list spots officially available.
At first, it was only Bulldogs and West Coast. There was only 2. I knew that.
Yeah.
At one stage. And then I think there might be more because of maybe if they put people on the inactive list.
Correct. Yeah. There'll be more. There will be more, obviously, but yeah, there's some they haven't officially put on there that are out long term and stuff like that, so they'll count, obviously.
Scoops, what do I win, mate? With a Scoops exclusive. What a privilege it is. What a privilege it is. We're ending with a Scoops exclusive. Guys, we have gone for almost 3 hours here. So there's still 135 people in the house. Amazing. Thank you very much for the support, guys. We do have some absolute legends here. We've obviously got my man. Oh, that way. My man Scobes. My man Brad. The ladies' man calls the Black League. Oh, buddy. H. Where's H?
On the
right. Oh, H, you're down there. H's
I'm on
down
the
there.
left. I'm on the
Jono
left.
down the bottom. And right down the bottom, really shouldering load tonight, boys. Right down to the bottom, holding up us plebs is Scoops, the world famous journalist, sole admin of the most famous Facebook group on the planet when it comes to AFL. So, blokes, absolute legends for coming on. Much love. Make sure what I'll try to do is this now uploads as a video, I think. I'll put all the socials for everyone that's featured on the stream down there in the comments section and or in the description of the video. And make sure that you do check everyone out, guys. It's a bloody good community that we're involved in. And this is turning into a bit of a Sunday feast here. So almost 3 hours. I don't know who's going to be on next week. Could be anyone. But Scoops, thank you for gracing us with your presence, mate. H and John are my longest serving members of the channel. Thank you very much, as always, boys, along with our man, the ladies' man calls it Black League, my 3 longest serving members of the channel.
I was cheering for Ladhams last night when I was at the game. Like,
cheering
when I saw that kick, I was thinking about DR straight away.
Talk you up, then you're bloody cheering on for him. Supercoach Pro, the big... I was going to say... I'm going to say equal with Spills because I don't want to offend Steels with the pipes and the biceps. We should have it. You need a pipe off you two. I'll tell you what, because it's
look at Pat's face. What pipe are we talking about? Jesus Christ. God, wrap it up.
But Brad, just in case there's any people out, just one more the big guns there, mate. Just a little flex there, mate, for us. There we go, Brad. Beautiful, mate. Love it, buddy. And Scobes, thank you very much again, mate. Part of the channel, part of the family here. And we know that you're going to be coming on for lots of lives and plenty of content in 2025, brother.
It's going to be good. Looking forward to it. I'm sure probably next Sunday night we'll have something similar cooked up. But as far as I remember, there'll be definitely something tomorrow night as well, around 8:30 p.m.
We're pretty much every day, including your Saturdays, your Sundays, Mondays through the Thursdays, we're going to have you covered, whether it's pre-recorded content, whether it's your lives, your stockies, your captain's videos, your podcasts. And our great man that hasn't been on, bit of a whisper that our man Vern is coming out with a new segment, a bit of Vern's Burns, if you don't mind. So, Scobes, looking forward to that one, mate, with Vern. Gotta love Vern's, he's a legend, isn't he? But, blokes, thank you very much for joining us. For everyone that's still there are 118 of you. Much love. Thank you for your support. Make sure you check out all legends here on the stream, and we'll be back Monday night for another live. Much love, guys. Catches.
See ya.